Welcome everybody to the Fives of the Week. It's the fastest growing podcast in the Motor City. Making picks and predictions, talk life that we live in. Various opinions, all love with a vision. Running our division, court, field, or rink. We gamble with Campbell, don't care what y'all think. A whole different twist on the top 5 list. Check the time on your wrist. Are you ready for this? Cause it's time to press play and step into the game. Get your popcorn ready, never know what we'll say. Play to win it all, we can never back down. In our blood to stand tall and represent our town. Detroit Rock City and we always stay gritty. Hosted by your boy Fillie, now it's time to get busy. You with me?
What up, world? Welcome to the Fives of the Week podcast, episode 163. It's your boy Fillie.
Hollywood Apple Snatch.
Chi-Chi.
Cheech to the Chi-Chi. There is. C-Rebel.
The one and only.
C-Rebel.
Yep.
As he says, backed by popular demand, baby.
In the house.
You said popular?
Bullshit.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
you go. I keep ending up in the chair, so
Hey, you know,
something's bringing me back.
part of the family.
I love it. I love it.
That's
So?
right. That's right. You understand?
It's good to be back, boys. Took a little week off.
Yes.
Some rumblings and bumblings behind the scenes, but we continue
Some
to
bumps
march
and scrapes.
forward. Every single time. Trials, tribulations, baby. Easy E back from vacation. Welcome back, sir.
How was that vacation there?
Good.
You enjoyed yourself?
Go easy.
You didn't
Go
run out of gas,
easy.
did you?
Miles, no.
You didn't run out of no gas. Tariffs.
Tariff, damn, you caught me off guard. So damn early.
Tariff.
There we go.
Did you pick up any dogs?
He had to find it. He was over there picking them.
Damn you. So, C-Rebel, how you been?
Great. Life's been going pretty good. Home's going good. Football's starting up. You
Good,
know me.
good,
I'm
good.
a football guy doing sponsorship. Going really good. Getting prepared for all this stuff. Got a big fight coming up that.
What rumor is you got that GH tatted on your ass cheek. You're all in, bro. It's all in.
You know me. Anything I do, I'm all in at. And if
There's
I'm
no
doing
doubt.
it, I'm all in on it.
We know one thing you're not all in then.
How do you know that? I'm all in. It
I
just
heard the boy
ain't
struggling
enough
to hit
be-
bottom now.
The boy's struggling in that area.
I feel like I was hitting the bottom, but it was only halfway worth of it.
Oh, my goodness.
C-Rebel,
Chi-Chi,
Somebody
how you
once
been,
said,
brother?
"Who you can please that little dick?" I said, "Me."
I've been good, man. Looking forward to warmer weather.
Indeed.
We get a little piece here and a little piece there, and then it's like 25, and it's raining all day today. And I just want that. I'm not talking 80s right away.
Right,
Just
right.
give us some 60s.
You get that
give us some
Michael Ullman voice
65.
going on. Hear him? Got that voice.
Get that 60s
getting beat down.
consistently.
Yeah.
It's not as
But,
bad as it was up north, up by our place up north. The ice storms and everything that's going on up there, they're knocking over telephone poles and blocking roads.
Yeah.
because of-
They said something's supposed to be coming tonight, right?
They're supposed to get another 5 inches, like from 4 p.m. to whenever.
yeah, they had to close Mackinac Bridge because I guess there was chunks, like 5-inch chunks
Yeah.
that's falling onto the road.
There was a lot of road rage up there, too, I
Oh,
said.
God, you see them fights
Somebody
going
ran
on?
into the back of them right on the bridge, man.
Come on.
It's snowing. I mean, you're that high up. I don't know, man.
I
Did
thought
you see the
Mackinac was
line
closed.
for gas
No, we're at.
in Gaylord?
in Gaylord, yeah.
Holy shit. So Sam Toya's wife Karen was on Facebook and she said that they do have electricity. She says, but she said the whole town is just changed.
Wow.
Wow.
She said there's a lot of, there's a lot of telephone poles down, a lot of trees, a lot of just craziness.
Were you in the street when that big lightning hit? It was probably around 4:35, maybe. I was in the garage, and all of a sudden I seen that big. I was like, "Shit!"
It was wild today, man.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Today,
Yeah.
I'm in a factory with no windows, so I didn't see shit.
Oh.
Well, you were probably talking. Nobody could hear shit anyway.
What makes you say that? Are you saying I have a talking problem? The fuck?
We
It's
love
news
you.
to me.
A loud problem, not a talking problem.
Yeah.
You got to talk to be on a podcast.
Very loud.
Very loud,
Very
very
loud.
large.
Very loud.
Hollywood, how was your week, man?
Not bad, man. Pretty good. I'm going to be down here for a little bit here coming up. We're going to work 2 weeks, and then we're going to be down as of now. for a month, retooling and everything like that. So I'm going to be able to enjoy some of the time and then really, really prep for the event, the big event, the 10th. Really
May
excited.
10th. Let's talk about it. So May 10th, SWA Die for Something. We have the host of the show in the house, ladies and gentlemen,
C-Rebel.
Since he cannot,
Bipartisan is not going to be my
he
strongest trait
cannot
that day.
fight, so Hollywood took his place. So it'd be Hollywood Apple Snatch, 2-time Gold Glove Le Campeon,
Le Campeon.
taking on Adamu.
Adamu. I hope you're watching
Folks,
Adamu.
you guys are going to want to see this. I got a chance to see Unc when I was very young. I mean, a pro's pro, did it all. It's going to be quite amazing. Obviously, you guys have seen the stories, me and Gumpzilla, for everything.
Yeah.
Podcast included. It's all going down. Hopefully, it's more than a month and a half here. I'm still a little sore. My neck's still a little tight from what happened in that ring.
That dude, that told me that dude's a bitch. Yeah, he couldn't go one-on-one. He showed up with all his little fucking goons, and I'll tell you, dude, you're a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you had Konichiwa Fukumi, and you had
Shots are
Stunas.
fired from the Bronco.
You had Stunas.
How do you say anything else? He didn't even want to get in a fight. He sat laid across the ring while he watched his buddies do his work for him. You're a bitch.
Adamu.
Well, Adamu's got to pay the ultimate price. See, and that's when we get in that match. And you can really
I can't wait.
sniff that canvas when I drop him.
And I'm supposed to be bipartisan, but
I got you.
It's
I
gonna
got
be
you,
hard.
C-Rebel. And I know.
I might accidentally spit on him as I walk in and step over top to announce the winner.
And you can never predict, with Adamu, I don't know what he's going to bring. I don't know what this guy's going to come up with. You know what I mean? All I know is he's going to bring it. And he called Hollywood out. 23 years in the making of retirement. He pulled me in. And then now I have to show him. You have to be
Just
my
what he
old
thinks
devil.
he's out.
I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, you
He just
can't.
has that look, man. I don't
He's a
trust
dirty
him.
motherfucker, man.
He's got that
I don't
dirty
trust
I
look.
grew up in the ghetto, and I've known dirty motherfuckers, and that's a dirty motherfucker. And not only is he a dirty motherfucker, he's a shiesty dirty motherfucker. And what I mean by shiesty dirty motherfucker is he don't get his hands dirty.
Yeah, that's a lot of adjectives.
He talks shit and lets somebody else do his work for him, and he lays across the ring like a dirty motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
He did, Adamu did have that little smirk on his face.
How many
he's a
times did
dirty
you say
motherfucker.
MF in like a minute,
Almost like the Joker. Almost like the Penguin.
That's a
That dude
great.
fires me up.
Yeah, Adamu.
I love the passion, though, C-Rebel. See, that's what it's all
He's
about.
more
That's
like
what,
the Riddler.
that's
He's like
what
the
the
Riddler.
fight game is all about.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
but at
about
least the
that
Riddler
passion.
had some charisma and he had some smarts about him. Adamu's just a bitch. I mean, how you look around, he's just a bitch.
Now, by all this is going on, Adamu's going to call you out and say, I gave you the offer, and I had to take Hollywood. He's going to call you out, C-Rebel.
He can call me out, and maybe we can do a later date. I've been doing something. Maybe we can do a later date.
Maybe a second show. Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Well, we'll see. So obviously, you could reach out to us. Tickets in advance are $15, $20 at the door. We want to thank Tony from T3 for allowing this all to go down.
Absolutely, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
20 years in the making for me and Gump, and I just can't wait to get my hands on him again. You thought that one punch, man. I smacked your damn glasses off your face. It felt so good after all these years to finally get a little taste.
That was a great punch, too.
And I just cannot wait to put the bottom of my food across your stupid lips, man.
Oh, yeah. And you seen how they ran? The cowards ran when me and Cheech just come flying in there. And they ran like
They
little
heard you.
cowards.
Yeah, they heard you guys immediately before we saw you.
Let's turn it into a war. They didn't want
I
any
wouldn't say they ran. I think they scattered like cockroaches.
cockroaches.
Yes, sir.
Cockroach. It's a
We didn't
cockroach.
even hear you guys. We saw them scatter before we even knew you guys were coming back. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And Gumpzilla, like I said before, shame on him for sending Adamu in here to the Hornet's Nest. What did you think was going to happen? Brad, you bring the freaking title in here, put it on our podcast table.
Run your mouth, start
Yeah.
talking shit about everybody at
To
the
me,
table.
that's just poor leadership on his part.
Yeah.
He left here wearing a chair.
Sat there, gave us the whole smooch, the whole sad story.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a blast, man. I cannot wait. And just remember, Gumpzilla, the money line is very long.
Very
The
long.
bloodline is very long.
20 years.
20 years in the making.
Damn.
It's
and you're
going
willing
down.
to give up the podcast for it. I'm still sore about that. Win or lose, that's still
And that's the biggest thing, because as we approach, we're in season 5, and the 5-year anniversary is actually this month.
Yes.
When this whole thing started. So a lot is happening, man. A lot is happening right now, and sometimes it's either put up or shut up, man.
I know, but
No nuts, no glory, C-Rebel.
I know, but you're putting our podcast, not mine because I'm just a guest here.
Oh, it's yours,
It
too.
is
But
yours.
you're putting our
It is
podcast
yours.
up against that bitch ass podcast. That podcast isn't even up to this fucking bottle cap, and we're gonna put that's like the
But you
WWE
got-
wrestling against backyard bombs.
You
fucking
gotta
wrestling
put
event.
some-
Said that bitch ass.
You got to be
podcast.
challenged. See, the challenge is when we rise
like-
to the occasion.
I
for
know,
the
but
challenge.
that's like me gambling my Ferrari F430 Spider for his 1982 Volvo.
Well, if you're confident,
Somebody's losing, no matter what on that.
well,
whole
if
deal.
you're confident, you know it ain't going nowhere, right?
I
You got to
know.
be confident.
We
gotta
should have
believe.
took your blood pressure before the show and then after the show. We might have to get a
That
doctor.
video's on jumping really pissed me off. That's not what pissed me off. Hey, you know what? They want to make some ventures, buddy. I can understand it, if nothing else. But to jump on the side of the fucking ropes, sit there and watch because you didn't want to get involved, you let all your cronies do your work because you're a bitch. No, didn't sit well with me.
Well, stay tuned, because, Mo Money's always got something up his sleeve. And this is far, far from over, boys.
Absolutely.
So, watch the story. And also, I want to announce Al Rich. He's on Apple Music, SoundCloud, anywhere you can find. He's going to have a performance. Local artist, good friend of the family. And also my boy Al Sugar Bear Parham, who's been on the show.
Sugar Bear.
He's
That's
going to rock out.
That's a funny dude, man.
That's my guy.
That's
Known
a
him for
funny
a
dude.
long, long time. So he's going to entertain the folks for a while. So this is going to be a big event. And I really hope y'all come out and show out for the Fives of the Week podcast. We'd appreciate you.
Yes, ain't no doubt about
With
it.
that being said, let's get into some news, boys. All right, so did you guys hear about this? Hooters. Apparently they're going through re-Hooterization.
Yeah.
Hooters. I like Hooters.
They want to cater to more the women in the family atmosphere because obviously the raunchy R-rated stuff hasn't worked, and they're teetering on bankruptcy.
I wouldn't
So-
say it hasn't worked. There was a time for Hooters, and the time didn't work.
Right, I believe
so.
they opened up in 83, something like that.
And there was a time for it, but now that time, times have changed.
How long they been down?
Teetering.
They've been teetering. They've been tittering. They've been tittering on
on
bankruptcy since what? 2014. Like 10 years. They've been right on the brink of.
Yeah.
Remember we went to the fight in the
dogs
yard?
love Hooters.
Yeah,
Went to the
they
fight
hear
with
it.
Pacquiao.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing out there. A lot of Hooters out there.
Lots of Hooters.
And now Twin Peaks is out there now too. Now you know what I mean. So you got some competition where they.
There's a place called Twin Peaks.
Twin
Yeah.
Peaks, very big towers.
Yeah.
Very big.
At the time when Hooters came out, they cornered the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's times are changing.
I remember taking my son there for his birthday, right? He would love wings. I took him there.
Their wings aren't
And she
bad.
come over, she was fine as hell. And you see this little boy look at me like this.
How old was the son when you took
He
him?
had to been like 6, 7. He's like,
Yeah.
and if you seen the look on his face, he was like, she's like, oh, hi, honey. They did this ritual, and then my daughter there, and they had to get up and do this dance and all. It was
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I loved Hooters.
So we used to do these things where we would take our kids to a different city to see the Tigers.
Yeah.
So the one year, my son was 5. He's 20. He'll be 28 now this year in November. So we were in Toronto, and we see Hooters. And it's just all dads and our boys. I said, we got to go there.
Right.
Now, are their Hooters different than our Hooters?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Same Hooters.
All right.
So
Same Hooters.
as we're sitting in there,
Same shirt.
I
Same
said to my
makeup.
son, I said, Andrew, do you notice anything about these women? And he looks around. He goes, yeah. He goes, they all got orange shorts on. I'm thinking, my man's an ass man like his papa, like his daddy.
You like that booty?
Hell yeah,
You
you
like
got
that booty right
that motherfucker.
You couldn't have been prouder, huh?
Nope. 5. He figured it out at 5.
Right.
You like that
Fives
booty?
of the week.
That's right. Speaking of, did you see the ultrasound picture that I posted on the page?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
that's
Russian
crazy.
fan.
Awesome.
That was cool, man. If that's
great.
not a
That was
sign from the universe, I don't know what
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That should be part of the logo, I'm thinking.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
We'll have to see what we could cook up on the next refresh.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know what I'm saying, man? This other thing I got. So in 2005, Officer Kevin Briggs of the California Highway Patrol saved a man's life on the Golden Gate Bridge. That man, Kevin Barithia, was very sad, but thanks to Officer Briggs' compassion and determination, he stepped back from the bridge. And over 10 years later, they met back up. He's married, completely changed his life. You know, he just had no out. And to see them reconnect and like that guy having that impact on him,
Absolutely.
you know, to see it all come full circle,
story.
I think that's a pretty dope thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, so we put a lot of negative shit out there.
Yeah.
So a little bit of positive kickback, I think, is good too.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
When they
That's
say higher power, it's definitely there.
100%, man.
Right. God brought those two together that particular
Absolutely.
day because
Yeah.
God wasn't ready for them. So he's like, hey, I need you to go do this.
I guess you would have to say you got to believe.
100%.
Believe.
You got to believe.
Believe.
I don't know about them people on the Mackinac Bridge. You know, maybe they could, work something out.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
How many
pretty
jumpers
wild.
have been off the Mackinac Bridge? There's been a lot, hasn't there?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, when you hit that water, it's like hitting concrete, they say. There's no dive. It's a bounce.
I don't want to find out. So
No,
It's
absolutely.
a
not.
bounce.
Does anybody know the sway of it? I heard
How long's
I
that
heard
bridge?
this the other day.
5 miles?
5 miles.
Wow.
And it sways 3 feet left and 3 feet right. And if it starts blowing, you don't go on it.
My birth mother, she actually she lived in Sheboygan, Michigan for many, many years, but she worked at the St. Ignace Casino right on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, okay.
And I used to go across it with her, when I'd go visit her. And you would literally feel it as you're driving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
What was the car that got blown off? A Yugo.
Yeah, it was a Yugo. That was
It was
like
a
when
Yugo.
85, 86.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
blown off that bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Picked it up, threw that bitch
Yeah.
straight
When
off.
we used to go visit my Uncle Tom up there in the UP, man, you could feel it. It literally goes
Yeah,
side to
exactly.
side.
Yeah.
And that
Wow.
Well, it has to have give like that.
Yeah.
I
That
guess
person
in like
survived.
the engineering of
3
it.
feet. 3 feet each way.
Damn.
That person at Yugo, they hit the water, and that person survived.
Wow.
The Yugo took the brunt of the
Wherever I go, you go.
Yugo.
So what's the water to the top?
I don't know what
How
that is.
many feet?
I don't know how far enough.
Yeah.
I'm going in the back seat. Call me when we're on the other side.
Far enough.
That's crazy, man.
Definitely don't want to find out. So, Hollywood, what do you
No.
got, man?
This is what I got. Well, I'm sure most of you know tariffs. Tariffs are kicking in. Tariff. Trump is finally putting together where no taxes on your overtime. That's going to be a good thing. Well, now some of us they ain't getting overtime, but you're not going to pay no taxes.
I've been waiting for it, baby. I've been waiting for it.
He's like, it's been 50 years. You work and get that money, and you're not going to pay any taxes on it. It's going to be all yours. So now how that works, we'll see it, but
You talk about being bricked up. Shit.
oh yeah, very
That'd be
good.
nice.
Oh,
You work, get that overtime, it's your money.
We get a lot of overtime at the post office.
Because
Yeah.
when they get that, they pull, they get their share.
Right after you guys get done, and I'm in the auto industry, when they get done doing that changeover, we get hammered. We're working 6-7 days a week for
That's
3
what I'm
months.
saying.
Yeah.
Get caught up. Shit.
That'll put me in
I'll
retirement.
make I'll make over $100,000 a year every year for the rest of my life now if that
Wow.
happens.
Send me right in retirement. Put all that aside, all that overtime money when you get it, man. Shit.
Knock on wood. I've been pretty successful putting away money.
that's good.
As far as money goes, me and Crystal are a pretty good team.
Well, that's pretty nice.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Nice. In other news, the Iceman, Val Kilmer, 65, passed.
Stole my
I
like.
saw
Stole
that.
my
Top Gun. I suggest everyone to watch it this week in honor of him. Or
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I heard a story about him. Not to interrupt, one time I seen an interview and I was watching the stuff and he died. And they started asking him about any regrets he had. He's like, no regret for anything I did. The only regret I had was that damn chomp in Top Gun. He was like, what do you mean? He's like, when I went like this, for the next 40 years, I couldn't go to a restaurant.
Yep.
I couldn't go to an
I love
airport.
that part.
I couldn't go to the fucking bathroom. His words. I couldn't go to the fucking bathroom without somebody going to me, hey, Val.
Yeah.
Like they thought they were being clever.
I liked it when he said right there, he goes, I don't like
I
you,
should have
man.
fucking known better than
You're
doing that.
dangerous.
I should have.
He was just,
what
I
the
am
fuck
dangerous.
was I
I am
thinking doing that
dangerous.
shit here?
That's like low hanging fruit, bro.
I am
Hey,
dangerous.
fruit. That shit was on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I am dangerous. Iceman. Yes.
Yeah, he played. He played some good roles, man.
Oh yeah,
he was a good,
yeah.
He was a good
you ever
actor.
see him in Heat?
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, yeah,
actor.
yeah.
Now let me
love
ask you
Heat.
guys this unpopular opinion: Val Kilmer the best Batman?
One of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
go with
disagree.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm a Michael Keaton guy. I loved Michael Keaton.
Okay.
it's a close 1 and
Yeah,
2 for me.
I
but
loved
I
Michael
think
Val Kilmer.
Val is pretty damn good though.
Yeah,
He had that
he
look,
was.
man. He had
Who was
that
the
look.
worst?
Ben
I thought George
Affleck.
Clooney. I thought George Clooney.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
Yeah,
he shit the
Clooney.
bed.
that just didn't feel right.
You're
to
right.
me.
Yeah.
You're right. He shit the
Yeah.
bed. That's all I got for news.
Good
65
stuff.
years old, though, man.
Yeah. R.I.P. Man. Cheech, over to you.
Well, it looks like we possibly go to war with Iran. Have you been seeing that?
Yeah.
It's getting
What's going on?
pretty dicey. Just a lot of talking, and we kind of put some statements out there. If you do such and such and such and such, we might have to.
Okay. First of all, we didn't do shit. All right. Our president Donald Trump said, "If you do this, this, or that."
Yeah. Well, we're part of him,
Right.
you know, because he's our leader.
So
But
there will be consequences, more or less.
there will be consequences, and they're not going to be nice.
I did hear one thing Trump said about Iran, and he was like, "They think it's going to be a war. It's not going to be a war. I'm going to scroll to my computer. I'm going to hit delete, and that's going to be the end of them." I was like,
Wow.
"Damn."
And every time you hear a war, though, it's just like
Yeah.
it's never gonna be
You
good.
waited to get that in. He was like, "Oh, I got my opportunity."
That's a good one. That was a popular song.
But it's almost like the whole world is like waiting for something to happen.
Like, yeah, it's a
I
World
almost
War
feel like it's like everybody knows that it's going on, but they don't want to talk about it. But everybody's, there's like a bunch of onlookers, but nothing's really happened yet.
Right, right.
Because everybody's afraid of 3 countries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only reason why things haven't happened, because everybody's afraid of 3 countries.
And then the other thing is the ice storm that's taking place in Upper Michigan. Now, one of our friends, Big T, Sam
T.
Toya,
Yeah.
he
Sammy
lives
Boy.
in Gaylord, and they got quite a bit of damage. His wife posted something, Karen, and a lot of trees down. They have electricity, so that's good. But she said the whole town is just completely. It's
Oh,
a
yeah, I
different.
seen it on news. It was crazy.
And they
nuts.
showed like the line for gas and just everything.
Well, hopefully everything's going to be okay for them, and you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
pray for them and everything like that. And
Yeah,
make sure everything's
absolutely.
okay.
It's Michigan, man.
Yeah.
You don't like the
But
weather.
they said
you don't like the weather.
it's
Wait a
from
minute.
from mid Michigan all the way up through the bridge.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Like if you get to the western side of the state, like where our property
Yeah.
is, there's some ice and stuff, but it's not quite as bad as like the dead north all the way
Yeah,
up to the bridge.
straight up.
But like to the west side, there's ice, but it's not quite that bad.
Yeah.
Nice.
Real quick, shout out to Lions Time 24/7 on YouTube checking in. He said he was 18 years old, first time went to Hooters, took my cousin with me and spent $200 that night.
Nice. Way to go.
That's how you do it up. That's how you do it up.
You only planned on spending 50, huh? They moved them out of you.
That's all I had.
Well, you stole my number 1. You stole my number 2. You guys heard about that lady that had her kids in that apartment for like years and years? She would drop off food once a week.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess her defense, her lawyer's defense, is the kids kicked her out. That's what they were saying. The kids did not want her there. Every time I came there, they were mean to me, they were nasty, so I dropped them off food and left. I tried to bring my responsibility as a mother. They wouldn't allow me to.
Do better, lady. Do better.
Who the hell is that lady's lawyer to allow her to release that statement? Like, dude, you're a retard in itself. Excuse me, no offense.
Sea Rebel.
We're banned again.
I mean, why would you? Excuse me. Sorry. I was bullshit. That.
Oh, shit.
Chuck at yahoo.com. I was the one who made the comment. I'm sorry about that. But how dumb are you as a lawyer to allow that to be? Okay, yeah, release that. That's a good idea.
You got to remember, a lawyer has to defend. It's confidential.
Yeah,
Even
but
the
why
most-
would he think that's a good idea? The kids kicked me out.
Well, that's what he defends.
fuck outta here.
That's what he gets paid for. He's got to make them believe that story, even though the pieces of garbage in the world, they got to be defended.
My dad could have came up with a better defense.
Well, it's just that's how the law works. And you look and you go, why would you even defend that piece of garbage?
Exactly.
He's just getting paid. He's got to do it. Imagine when he's got to go home and all the stuff that he might have to know and go like, I got to take it to my death. You know what I mean? All the company.
right.
You know what I'm saying? He's still got to defend that piece of
That's
garbage.
like, for example, the president of our organization, she's a CPS worker,
Mm-hmm.
and the stories that she hears that she can't tell us. I mean, it's gotta profoundly affect her. You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, there's stories that just makes my skin crawl.
Yeah. You know, I always said the same thing. Like when you're a pedophile and you know this, it's proven. And how can you even defend this piece of garbage? It's money. That's what they do.
And now imagine being a CPS where she sees pedophile to the ninth degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And has to maintain a stoic
I couldn't
attitude.
do it. I'll be honest,
I couldn't
either.
I couldn't either.
I couldn't do it.
That's like I don't know if you've seen these guys. I forgot the name of their page, but they go around trying to expose these pedophiles, and they'll either give them an option, they either call the cops on the spot,
I've seen
or
that.
I think they punch or smack them like 3 different times or something like that.
Yeah.
Are those
It's like, man, you'd be surprised
Is
at
that
how
the
many of them are
Russian
out there. No, not Vitali. I know who you're
I
talking about.
love Vitali. That
He's
dude
been in them, but this is actually a local guy.
Yeah, they started off doing telemarketer scammers, and then they went into those guys are great.
You see
I
when they
love
tell them to go meet us here and meet us there, and all of a sudden they show up. So what are you doing?
them.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
going to meet this 12-year-old girl?
My favorite
man,
when they
we
get
go.
him.
Yeah, one guy shit his pants and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I love them videos.
I like when they chase him down. He's like, "Oh, you got the Russian." He speaks with a real thick Russian accent. "Oh, you got to run? I'm the world class runner. Come on, where are we running, pedophile?"
Modern day vigilante.
Real quick, C Rebel Adam said he left a booster seat for you if you need it tonight.
Ooh, a
He needs a booster seat, huh?
A W.
Isn't that the booster seat you use to get up in a clot rope while you watch all your cronies do your little bitch work? You little bitch.
I hope Adamu's training right now.
Yeah.
You better be training
No,
Adamu.
you know what he's doing? He's training for, man, when I'm getting my ass kicked in there, who could come in and cheat while the ref is turned away? You know what I mean? That's a plotter, not a fighter.
He's poking the bear. Anything else you got, Rebel?
No, that's all the news I actually had. I had 3 pieces of news, and you guys stole the other 2.
It happens time
Yeah.
to time. All right, let's do some Philly 5s. All right, number 1. What has gradually disappeared over the last 10 years without people really noticing? Maybe you have noticed, but what's something that, maybe
Television.
not top of mind?
Television. The way we watch television today, it's hard to watch baseball on TV. It's hard to watch basketball on TV. You know what I mean? Everything is live streamed. You got to pay an extra monthly subscription for. The way me and you used to watch TV and have George Callan.
People binge a lot of shows now.
Right.
Like they're not really locked into like a
But it killed the sports
like a
TV.
sitcom.
Yeah.
Type show.
And sitcoms aren't sitcoms anymore. They don't have "Give Me a Break" anymore. You know what I mean?
No.
Stuff like that.
No.
Those are great shows. But even it's a Saturday afternoon and sitting around watching a ball game with your dad. You know what I mean? You got to buy a prescription for it and log on to something. You know what I mean? You can't even channel surf anymore. That is totally disappearing. And the new generation doesn't even realize it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I got YouTube TV, and without football, like, I don't watch much. I catch up on the wrestling.
me too.
But I don't really watch TV like that.
I have Comcast and I want to cancel it.
Are you having loading problems with yours too? Or
It's been worse as of late.
That's mine. Yeah.
What if somebody asks you, what do you pay for that damn Comcast a month?
About $195.
Shit, we were like at $320 a month.
Oh, Lord.
I know.
I got the intro rate. I think YouTube was like $64, and then
Yeah,
it
I
already
gotta
went
do
up.
it.
They already had a spike. It's only been out for what, a year and a half, maybe?
72.
We had it for a year, and then we let it relapse.
It ain't supposed to go up anymore though. It's supposed to stay go up there one time and that's
I
it.
turn it on every year about September. You know what I mean? For Red Zone, and things like that.
Yeah. Anything else you guys think? I was going to say customer service.
I'm going to say the way that we shop. I mean,
100%.
everything's brought to your porch now.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
true.
really go out and scroll at Kohl's, and if you do, they don't carry much merchandise.
No, because it's all in the back being inventoried out to the
Yeah.
to the car.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hollywood, what do you think?
I would say like sitting at the dinner table.
As a
You know what I
family,
mean?
100%.
As a family, sitting at the dinner table. Yeah, everyone's ripping and running, got to go here. You know what I mean? Actually, literally sitting there. Do we, sit there and have dinner at the dinner table and talk? And, hey, how was your day? What's going on? At least just for that half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's gone. And I do that even if I'm at my house. I sit at the dinner table and I eat. You know what I mean? If it's just me or whatever.
But there's even the simple things about dinner time, like setting the table. You know what I mean? Putting the silverware out. You know what I mean? That's gone. And you were right. People's got practice. You know, mom's running, taking kid to practice. I'm running, working. I'm doing side stuff like that. I'm grabbing a bite as I go to eat. By the time we all get home, we're all exhausted.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
And I think to that point, like Hollywood's saying, it's the society that we've kind of self-created because it's such a rat race nowadays to get stuff done and do this and that. Whereas when I say customer service, I feel like everybody's stretched so thin, you know, and I think that rubs off on people that work for companies, you know, and it affects the way they treat clientele.
Yeah, because it's an industry term that we use in our industry. I'm sure it's called lean manufacturing. What can one person get multiple things done do we have to pay 3 guys for?
Yeah.
That's literally lean manufacturing.
More with less.
Yep. And it's more profitability to have one guy with five things to do than 5 different guys doing one thing.
Yeah.
It makes it tough because like you take the human element out of it, man, and it's like they're not robots. They can't do what you know. One guy can't do what 3 could do. You know.
Did you see that robot that was mudding the whole basement with the drywall?
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Like this, just going so fast, going down the. It was crazy.
Did you see Kim Kardashian with the robot?
No.
She was like, they got a male robot, like she was laying on top of the cart with. Hollywood's probably the only man alive that could hang with a robot, you know, if you know what I'm saying.
You understand? You understand?
But
you understand? That's
Come on,
so
you're
weird.
slow with it.
hey, that's all natural. So
That's so weird.
Put it.
That's so weird, though. When
It
you
is.
See that.
It is. But you got to get used to it because that's probably going to be the wave of the future.
Yeah, you're gonna see. You know, like when you used to watch Darth Vader and them, Star Wars, the Stormtroopers. That's what you're going to have for workers.
Oh, absolutely. They're saying truck drivers, like semi-drivers, 18-wheelers driving on the road with somebody actually driving them in 10 years is going to be a dinosaur.
Can you imagine looking over and you going, and you see that robot and it's just like, it just keeps going. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's wild.
I don't know if we're wired for
Who
that.
programs that? Turn left, flip off the man that's empty off, turn back, ignore him, continue down 14
That's
miles.
just nuts, man.
That's wild. All right, number 2. What's a sign of someone who is really dumb or lacks intelligence? What's something, you know, someone just gives you that vibe?
Crickets.
Yeah. When they
Nobody wants to insult anybody.
Right.
When they-
'Cause I can think of 5 people off the top of my head, but I don't know.
Hold on. Cheech has
sometimes
some.
if you're at a bar, you know, and there's a good looking female there, and like some guy will just walk, wow, you're really pretty, man. You know how you know. I've seen
got
these
really
guys.
pretty hair.
Yeah, I've seen these guys before, and it's like, bro, man.
Just a dork, dude. Just
Yeah.
a dork.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't really call that.
But then
idiot.
again,
You
like
just
they've
don't know how to
probably
talk to
never been
women, you know?
coached. They've probably never been coached.
Yeah.
They don't really
One woman their
have
whole life.
that.
One woman their whole life.
You know, and you can see the girl's uncomfortable. Girl, woman.
They
Whoever.
never had a Ron Jeremy customato to help them out in the corner. Go over there and talk to her, man.
Yeah.
So rephrase that again. What was that again, Philly?
So, what's a sign of someone who is really dumb or lacks intelligence?
I'd say a goofy son of a bitch.
I got one. No.
Right, but what's the sign?
The sign is just their disposition, how they handle. You know what I mean? They don't have the confidence, the swagger.
I got a good one.
You know what I mean? Like I've always had that swagger.
Act like you've been there before.
Like
do
you've
have-
been there, exactly.
you do
Like
have
you've
some
been
swagger.
there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I've always been good to
Hollywood don't walk into a room; he glides into it.
Slow.
But I've always been nice. Now, whatever it goes with that, it is what it is. But I always just felt that way. That
How you doing, baby?
you
How
be
you
nice,
doing?
how you
Yeah.
doing?
You don't even have to say that. He says that without even
How you
saying
doing?
anything. She
you
just
doing?
metaphorically
Him
feels that. How you
walking
doing,
in,
baby?
they already hear it.
Yeah,
How you doing?
You're right. Here's how I know you're an idiot, and you should be smacked across the face. If you are driving down a 4-lane highway and you're in the fast lane and there's 17 cars behind you and you're doing 5 miles an hour under the speed limit,
Yeah.
not only should you lose your license, you should be pulled over, and the penalty should be one smack across the face going, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
But he's
From every
but they're
person
probably
that you were
texting.
holding.
He's probably texting. He's probably texting.
Yeah, but a lot of people aren't even text. Already texted. I drive to work. I commute every single day, and I drive down Mountain Road, and there'll be 9 cars in the back up, one fucking Cadillac in the fast lane doing 48 in a 50-mile-an-hour zone, holding up 3 lanes of traffic back.
Might be high.
I did it for the money.
He might be
It's
high.
like, dude, get the phone. Who cares? Okay, you want to drive like that? That's your prerogative.
And he's
You live in a
probably
free
the only guy
country.
that's not going to work.
Right.
Right,
You know.
exactly.
Now,
But if
what
you
about the guy that speeds up, whizzes through traffic, in and out, just to meet you right at the light?
Yeah.
That shit drives me
But,
nuts,
yeah,
man.
okay, you're right on that too. But that dude's only forced by 11 retards that were driving in the first place. He probably
No.
never broke 52 miles an hour.
There's no reason to zip through like that.
No.
You said the R word again.
You said the R word again. Not bar.
I'm
You said
sorry.
the other word.
To the rest of the world, I am not politically correct. I am a South Warren hood rat, and it just comes
Yeah,
to my name.
we're talking 9 in Sherwood area. You got.
And look, let me clarify something. Hang on, because I said it twice. I want to know when I say the word retard. Okay, I'm not talking about somebody with Downs or somebody with, you know what I mean, with an extra chromosome. You know, those people show love.
We understand.
Hang on,
We
no,
understand.
I-
your-
I-
We understand.
We know,
Those
Chuck, we know.
people are advanced. But, I mean, if you have all your facilities working about you and you
Yeah.
still end up
Yes.
addicted to crystal meth living under a bridge, I'm sorry. You're fucking retarded.
So you don't think he was with an extra chromosome?
They're book about
hold on
things that
here.
go on
Back up,
outside the
C-Rebel.
rebel. I apologize about the politically incorrect correct.
All right, number 3.
Well,
You get
Gump's
to-
out there. He's out there cleaning all the glass lickers at the fucking elementary school. So he told us that.
You know what he
I
said?
did it for the money.
I did it for the
Number
money.
3, you get to remove one thing off Earth. Anything you want, one thing.
Godzilla.
I second that.
Damn
motion.
you. No, because I want to beat his ass on the 10th. I need him here for that.
Eliminate
Yeah.
one
So he's
thing
gotta
from
stay of
Earth.
execution.
Absolutely got to be here.
He's got to stay of execution. We get at least one thing.
One thing that just burns your chops is just.
I got it. Go
On the
ahead.
entire planet, we're
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead, Bob.
What really chaps your ass, Cheech?
Really chaps my ass. The wait when you're at the airport to get from this side to where you sit and wait for the planes. That confusion, all the bullshit is just when I get there, and I don't even travel that much.
Post 9/11 in the world, you know.
I don't even travel that much, but it's just like other countries don't have that problem. We do. Yeah.
Why
that.
do we have that problem?
Because we're a melting pot of the world. I mean,
And another thing, too many red lights. Let us go a little further.
holy shit. Say that again.
Every half mile, there's a fucking red light.
It's
on.
ridiculous.
Please say those 4 words again.
Too many red lights.
Thank you, sir. I
Yeah.
100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Not enough turnarounds.
Yeah.
like
Not
that.
enough roundabouts.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people are so scared
My
to
wife is
jump into the roundabout.
Oh yeah, she got a
yeah,
funny
They
story.
hesitate.
yeah.
Then
My, my wife
I know
Crystal,
it.
I love you, I love you, honey. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna mess with you here. We were at a roundabout there, an 18 mile.
Oh yeah.
And she literally drove in a circle 3 times because she was too afraid to turn off, and she started freaking out. I'm like, turn in any one of them. And she just literally went in a circle like 3 times.
It gets you to mess you up.
Yeah.
You know, you got to pay attention.
Oh, I know, it's great. I wish I had a video camera. It would have been great.
Hey, Todd, T-Dog says lack of talent. See Rebels on fire tonight. Your boy T-Dog.
T-Dog.
What up,
T-Diddy
T-Dog?
What up, T-Dog?
Yes, sir.
T-Diddy Dog.
I've always got a lot.
What up,
lit
Nick?
hot batch on my ass.
Nick says Philly, zoom in on the teeth.
Would that be Rollins? Damn you, Rollins. Damn you, Rollins.
Gumpzilla, my biggest fan. Thank you for watching again.
Way to go, Gumzilla.
It ain't nothing going on in his channel.
He's,
He's got to do
he's still
something.
trying to figure out how to run an actual podcast.
Right, so he's got.
He's taking notes right now. He's like, hey, damn, you know, go on a knee. Let me write notes on your back. You know,
Yeah, let me damn you. Damn you.
Adam you.
Damn you. Hey, we got all this tiger gear going.
No. Who noticed? We all wore Tigers gear.
We do.
What a
Yes.
coincidence.
All a different style.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I like it.
I'm sporting a 68,
Very good.
1968.
tight.
1968.
Very smooth, very sharp opening day in a couple days. We're going to get to that in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number 4. So you can only keep 3 of these things.
We didn't finish answering them?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we're bouncing around. You know, it happens.
Yeah,
time
go
to
ahead.
time.
Well, let's get mine then, because mine
Go
could
ahead.
be
No.
controversial anyway.
You're the guest. Go
What's
ahead.
yours? I'll tell you mine.
Mine, out of three things that we could eliminate: pedophiles.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Got
not
mine.
bad.
There we go. I'm perfect.
There's no reason for they should be in a prison. You know what I mean? Because, if you're going to touch a child, you're going to rape a child, you're going to hurt a child, I don't give a fuck about your rights anymore.
Exactly.
That dude needs to be taken out of the back of the courthouse once he's convicted, shot in the head, thrown in the dumpster. We don't need to fucking feed that guy for the next 30 years in prison. And
Or a lady. Could be a woman.
White boy Rick said it best. When he's
like the lady in Pontiac with those kids.
White boy Rick said it best when he's like, pedophiles get 6 years in prison, murderers get free in 15 years. Pedophiles are free in 18 months, 24 months.
Or you sell weed and you get 30.
Right, or you sell weed and you get 30.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
get
crazy.
And now he legally sells it.
Yeah. Now it's
now he's got his own strand. I'm so happy to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
good
good
for
dude.
him, man. Yeah, he's a very
He's
good
a friend
dude
of
who
my
got
buddy.
railroaded.
Scott Spatafor. He hangs out at his.
I'm going to try to get him on the show. I really am.
I would say we pay less taxes on the money that we earn and we make for us. We've been paying our whole lives. So maybe we tap out at a certain point where you just don't pay them no more.
Right.
You've given so many years here. Here you go. You're done. Now the next generation come up. They got to pay their dues.
Yeah, you're
You know what I'm
saying like 401k. Once I've made so much money, I've made all
But
of.
not only that, you've been
I
paying
put
for
all I'm going to put into it for the year.
25 years. All right, Chuck. Guess what? See, Rebel? You don't
Next
pay
5
taxes
years.
anymore. No more the rest of your
Same
lifetime.
thing with a house.
Yes.
Once you own the house, why do you still got to pay property tax?
Exactly. It should be owned, bummed
I
down.
agree with that.
That's bullshit.
My
Other
presidential
countries-
nomination for the 2028 presidential election, Sal.
Hollywood Apple
The
Snatch.
Hollywood Apple Snatch.
He's got my vote.
Could
He's
you
got my
imagine
vote.
doing a podcast
Hell
from
yeah.
the Oval Office?
Hey, you see what Trump's in it? You got Elon over there like this, right?
Right.
Like, oh, man, he does some shit.
We'd be standing behind Sal like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
El Chapo running around the fucking White House. That'd be badass.
hell yeah, it would be.
How is El Chapo?
He's doing good, man. He's doing good.
Chapo.
He's got to go back on Monday, get the sleeve taken off. No more whining or of any type
Good.
of pain. Very long scar though, but on the mend. He wants to. He'll get little signs of galloping, and I got to watch him. Slow down. Don't try to run.
The motherfucker was happy to be home, wasn't he?
Oh, he was.
Came back there.
Oh yeah, but he'll give you that little stank eye. You know what I mean? Give you that stank eye.
The
But
fuck
he-
you,
yeah,
fuck
but
you
he's not my.
looking at?
Oh yeah, he's not my favorite though. He loves Lori. He likes her, man.
Really?
She's like a baby with him, and he's just. I'm like, I ain't shit.
It's like
I'm the
that
one
sometimes.
fitting- I'm the one fitting the bill here.
I still can't get the
So when he's
Hollywood president out
so
of
when
my
he's
head.
with Lori, did you ever see the lipstick? Does the lipstick come out?
That chapstick, damn
the
it.
chapstick.
I'm
bud.
sorry, I can't get the Hollywood for president out of my head. Could you imagine me holding the presidential Bible as he's being sworn in?
See, Rebel. On day one, this is what we're gonna do.
God bless this country. I love you, Chuck.
Yeah.
President, Vice President, right here.
Right. Oh God, could you
God
imagine
bless
that?
us all.
Send me to England. How's that gonna work out? What up, King?
See, Rebel, I want you to go see Putin.
The
Go talk to
VP.
Putin.
Hey, Putin, man, quit fucking around, dude. All right.
Oh, we got to do that. That's money. An inauguration speech.
Yes,
You two
yes,
dress up,
yes,
President.
yes.
Stop
It
talking!
must be
Stop
done.
talking!
It
He's
must be
talking
done.
too much.
You can't open a president both.
My friends, what are you going to do for the people of my country?
Coming from the pharmacist. Fucking 7-year-old pharmacist over here.
Oh man.
Oh, you looking like a shaved down Colonel Sanders, motherfucker.
Damn.
Oh, shit. See, Rebel, my glasses are fogging up again. Woo-wee.
Oh Lord.
I didn't
right.
call you out of this time.
Good stuff. Good
All right,
stuff.
you can only keep 3. Cats, dogs, books, internet, and pizza. So
Cat,
you only
dogs, and
get 3 of
pizza.
those.
Cat, dogs, and pizza.
I can keep 3 of those.
Yep, so you got to take out 2.
Cat, dogs, and pizza.
Pizza, dogs, and the internet.
Fuck the internet.
You said fuck them cats.
I'm not no fucking cat. I ain't got no fucking. fucking.
I got a cat at home named Rex. Is a pimp. He's cool as hell.
Cats don't do it for me.
He don't walk. He struts.
There are some cool
thinks
cats.
he
I'm
thinks he's a
I'm
pit
allergic
bull.
to cats too, but it's just like
Yeah.
a cat will like look at you, be like, "See you Thursday."
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, what? It's
Now, if
Sunday.
you were to get a cat, if you did like it, what kind of cat would it be? What color would it be?
black,
I got a black cat.
Black cat.
It's
Hell
actually pretty
yeah.
cool. I got a black cat. She's got like, I swear to you, she's got a goatee. And she's all black. She's got like a white little bottom right here and like just a black strip.
Did you ever see that picture? There's a cat. It's black and white.
Shout out to Rex.
And in the front, it looks like a dick. Like the fucking balls, and you can. It's got this fucking white. The cat looks like a dick, and it's like, I'd take that cat. Hey, dickhead, come here.
What about a real
That's
tight?
what you would name him too, huh?
What about a real
Could you imagine
tight
bringing a
skin?
date home from that? What's your cat's name? His name's Dickhead.
Yeah, a
Right,
white,
yeah.
tight skin, white cat.
White, tight skin.
Real tight skin, white.
I don't know if I've ever seen a tight
I
skin.
like that thick olive skin cat. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah,
Tony,
I've
what
seen
gets your
that.
cat? I'm
that
like,
opened
meow,
up
meow,
a whole
meow,
bunch of shit.
That's the cat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Dickens. That's the Dickens.
That's
Look
little
at that
Dicky,
Show
man.
the camera.
Look at that
There's
shit.
Dickens.
Little Dicky,
man. That's all Dickens, man.
Wow.
That cat looks mad as hell.
That's
Yeah.
great. I'd be mad too.
What's your cat's name? Dick
Yo,
and
little kitty,
Balls.
why are you so,
All right,
so
hey,
angry?
here's part 2. Another one.
And another one.
Music, air travel, coffee, and phone. Now you only get 2 of those. So 2 out of the 4.
What? Say that again. Music and what?
Air travel, coffee, and phone.
Music and coffee.
Air travel and phone. I don't drink coffee.
That's
I tried.
right.
I tried coffee once. Nah.
Music.
Hey, give the coffee to the cat. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, give it to Dickhead.
Hey,
Go feed it to the
dickhead.
cat.
Finish that pot.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do coffee and what's the other one?
Music.
Music. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Hollywood, since you and I are getting a chance to do this thing one last time that we love to do, me wrestling, you boxing on the 10th. Gentlemen, what's outside of that? What is something you would like to do one more time that maybe you can't, or it's like physically limited, or maybe it's financially, or you need to go back in time to be a kid again? What's that one thing you want to just do one more time?
Rock the mic on the stage.
On the stage?
Rapping. Yeah.
Nice.
With some cool ass beats. Just let me freestyle for a minute or two. Like
We can
in
make that happen,
in
though.
a packed
I was like,
stadium.
You're talking a future segment.
I mean,
This is not out of the realm of possibility.
So
Chief.
say like you're at like Little Caesars, and LL comes up, and he brings
Rock the bells.
he brings me up, and I take one of his verses. Man, that shit would be.
And all of a
badass.
sudden, people start feeling your shit.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Chief.
Not my. I just want to, LL Cool J is hard.
As hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna girl with bamboo.
That would
earrings
be
in her hand
that would
and
be
leave two
sweet.
pairs.
That would be sweet, man. Just let me stroll across the stage in the front, do a little dance here and there. I just want to feel that.
Man, did I butcher that or what? Fuck, I just butchered that.
Well, hey man, I'll tell you, it's a rush though. Like I didn't
yeah.
do thousands of people, but I think it was like 1,500.
Yeah.
Emerald, and there's nothing like it.
Oh,
Like,
no, I
just
know.
the something clicks in you, man.
Yeah.
You become a instant performer.
Yeah.
And it's like there's nerves and all this, and there was like a waiting, not a waiting room, but a dressing room.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're down there, you're treated like a rock star, right?
Yeah.
For like a local hip hop show. I was given an award that night. It was really cool. Got to dress up and shit. And you remember the performance,
Yes,
beach balls and everything, man.
Yeah, it
just
was
really, just like this, you put a lot into it. It's just like the show on the 10th, man. There's a lot that goes
Fuel
into
for
it.
your soul right there.
There's a lot of nerves and anxiety, but once you get there, it's something clicks and
yeah.
you just become that performer, and it just takes over. It's just really exhilarating. It's awesome.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's
Yeah.
about. When you are accustomed to being that type of performer, like him in the music business, me in the boxing world, it ain't always that easy in the beginning, but you learn. You come to see, you watch around you, you know what I mean, and you learn. And that limelight, Like you said, it just sucks you in, man. It takes your breath away. And then you got people you don't even know. And they're just chanting your name. You don't know who these people are.
Right. Yeah.
Want autographs or this and that. It's the most amazing
How you
thing.
doing over there, Cheech?
You know what I mean? The most amazing thing. So,
Somebody kicked it.
like that, I would love to have a big event fight downtown, outside in the sun, amongst thousands of fans.
Yeah.
Or I could have, like, say, he's DJing
Campus
over there.
Martius.
He's over there rapping with all the great ones, Jesse James and all, and coming together at my event, and they're doing their thing over there, fireworks.
And you're a main event?
What a rush, man! I mean, we're all main event.
Close off Jefferson to where like you could see the fist.
Yes.
And then that's where like the ring would be.
That'd be
We
dope.
got DJ Cheech. He's got that crowd going. He's going at it with amongst Jesse Jane. Just we're all together. It's all coming together on one night right there, man.
Yeah.
And that aisle is
That'd be
so.
sweet.
Oh God.
That would be dope. That's gonna be hard to top, C-Rebel.
I have to say the same thing as Hollywood knows. I boxed for many years, so and dude, there's nothing like the feelings you're standing. You can vouch it. You've been right here when you're standing behind that ring. You know you're getting ready to go into a fight, and you're walking. You can feel the crowd as you're walking down it. As the crowd comes in, people start yelling and hollering at you,
Yes.
and you climb in between those ropes. I did it for many years, and there's nothing like the feeling. There's
Game on,
nothing like it, man. I don't even know how
I'm sure
to.
you'd be pretty jacked up, man.
Yeah.
Not even the fight. It's the preparation. The 3 months prior, the preparation for the fight. The 8 hours in the gym 4 days a week. You know what I mean? Getting ready. We're thinking nothing about this guy. You know you're fighting in 90 days. You know what I mean? And then you're finally there. You know what I mean? It's not. There's nothing like it. And I got a lot of video that I was pretty decent at it. You know what I mean? So
What weight did you fight at?
145. You know, 150. I like fighting at 152, but 152, them motherfuckers hit hard at 152.
doubt
That's why I
about it.
like dropping down.
If you got to fight now, what would the weight be?
I'd be heavyweight.
I was looking for numbers.
You're coming in my domain.
I'd be if I was fighting now, I'd be in the 220.
Okay, all right.
Right, but I did my best fighting at 148 to 152.
Nice.
My twin brother, he fought at 140, but he would. I'll give it to him. He was lightning fucking fast. He hits faster, but his jab couldn't break a piece
Now,
of paper.
what made you get into fighting?
Well, my dad actually got us into karate when we were by 6, 7, just to give us something to do. And we walked into karate class every day. And before our class started, in the ring, there was a bunch of guys boxing and doing this and doing. And at 6, 7 years old, I was like, man, what is that?
Yeah.
And I told my dad I want to do that. And so he asked Master Bill Schneider, still open to this day. He said, my kid's kind of interested. He's like, give me after $50, I'll let him train for 6 months in there. And it just took off from there. And it's actually a true story. I was 9 years old. I've been doing it for a year. And I was sparring with a 14-year-old kid who'd been doing it for a long time. And I thought it was an accident. You know what I mean? He dropped his left and looked over, and I hit him with an overhand right. He didn't get up for a minute and a half.
Damn.
And it was you've been there. There's nothing like the feeling. It's the most. Pugilism is the greatest thing in the world. When you stand over top of a defeated opponent, there's nothing like the feeling. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, you'll see that on the 10th as I stand over a Dom.
Well, it's not really an equal opponent. You're gonna knock his fucking dick into his jaw.
Well, I mean, you got to know in the game. You got to know in the game, C-Rebel.
Anything
you
can
can
happen,
never take
C-Rebel.
anybody lightly.
No, you're gonna train for him like you're training for anybody else.
That's the worst thing, and you can't take somebody lightly.
But knowing boxing, the way I know boxing, and seeing you the way you know how to go to the body, go to the head,
Yeah.
and go down to. You might put a hole in him.
I'm a
hoping
different
you
type
put a
of
hole in
fighter,
him.
and I used to tell that to my son. But he knows. You could ask him. He fought a guy that had tennis shoes on, and he should have dominated him. And I tell him, I'll tell him to this day still. You let that guy beat you, a bum.
Was that what he beat him with his footwork?
No, this guy was stuck, and his own brother said the same thing. He's like, I can't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but in the sport of boxing, he had something working for him that night. Was his jab? Was it?
No,
his bending?
you got to do what you're supposed to do. You got to have that instinct.
So Hollywood, let me ask you this: you stumble, he hits you with that 1-2 and puts you down. Do you tip your hat? I mean, what happens? if that happens.
I'll tell you what.
It could. I mean, it could.
I'll make this quote right now. Adam, if you beat Hollywood, I am gonna wear a dress and become a crack whore. If you beat Hollywood, that's how sure I am that it's never gonna fucking happen. I will buy a dress and become a crack whore.
Live on air. You got a lot of pressure on you now, man.
Yeah, live on air.
That is not gonna happen.
I'll tell you what.
That's a 220-pound crack whore right there.
I'm not gonna get a whole lot of customers, so I ain't worried about
They
it.
call that CC.
5'3".
I
tell you
swear
what.
to God.
Chuck will fit right down in there, Monroe.
I swear to God, if Hollywood loses to Adam, I will fucking I will hang up my fucking.
Look at this man. You think he's gonna lose
No,
to
that's why I
Adam?
said I will wear a dress and be a crack whore.
Adam, you.
You always take everything, like Ali once said, one given punch. Sonny Liston was the baddest man until Ali hit him with that phantom punch. That slip that they call it the snap at the
It
end.
really wasn't a phantom punch. I
No,
mean,
but
fucking
it's so quick.
Liston baited to the right, dropped his fucking hand. Ali could have.
But how he did it when he got at the end and he just snapped. It was a quick snap. That's how fast Ali
Yeah,
was.
see the way he just did that there? How he twisted
If
that
he
wrist?
comes to the end,
That's
he
exactly how you're
snap it
taught
like
to do
that, and that's how he caught him. So I don't go in there and going, well, because you got to remember he's got youth. He's younger than me. So you take that in consideration. I don't put anything past anybody. So I know what I got to do. I know I got to prep myself, and I know how I got to take it to him.
There's no way that he has the punching training that you've had. I watched you on that
Absolutely
bag. I just watched you on that speed bag, and you've had the same training I've had. I was like, no fucking way.
But I never take anyone lightly, because I tell you what, I've been hit by the hardest. No one's ever dropped me, ever. And I've been hit hard.
I've been dropped. I ain't gonna lie. I can't say that.
I've been blessed to say, you know what? I said, if my nose ever got tweaked, I'd be done. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want my nose messed up.
Look at my nose.
Yeah.
Just take a look at my nose.
But that comes with the movement. You know what I'm saying? With the head
The
movement.
head feint, right? But see, me, where I was, and this comes into, like, you have that long reach, you know what I mean? I always had to find a way to get inside. And what's going to happen?
Not much longer than yours.
Yeah,
but
but
once I'm inside, I'm banging the whole liver and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
but
all
you
up in-
know the whole routine. You're inside. What are you going to do to go inside? You're going to
Jab,
take
jab,
a
hit to the
punch.
body,
You're
I'm
going to take
in.
a punch to get inside. You know what I mean?
yes.
You're
Like
going to
a-
do it. It's just so.
Like a short T-Rex sitting there
right.
fighting.
I got my game plan. I know.
Yeah, but I can punch with the best of them.
I can just literally see myself when I throw the punches. It just comes automatic.
So let me ask you this: you're going to be the bigger guy with Adam, right? So you have to change the way you fight accordingly, right?
Yeah. And I'm older.
Right.
May I ask?
But with Gump, he's about double my size. What do you think's the best approach?
Use your speed. Use your speed. Make them work.
Make him miss.
That's what you got to do.
Make him
Remember,
miss.
when just like a fighter, it's better to tap them than to miss. It's like throwing 10 punches when you miss.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll take them out of you. You work them, you work them, you work them. You stay low, below the waist on them. You know, get him down, leaning down, coming down. Because remember, every time if you drop him, he's got to go down. He's got to get back up. It's something what it takes out of you.
But
What
it's
do
also
they say? What
even
do they
with-
say? Death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yes,
kinda just chip
Chinese
away at
torture.
him?
Yeah, you
But
chip.
even if he hits you, if he hits you negative, it's going to frustrate him. It's going to stress him. So he's going to keep doing it. You keep using that stress. Keep using that stress.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's going to be.
If you can get that same magic and knock them glasses off, like the minute that they ring that fucking bell,
Yeah.
you get definitely
Gotta
have an
happen.
advantage.
It's got to happen.
Someone tells me he's going to leave them glasses at home this time.
And you got to pay attention to the breathing. That's one thing. Like when I fight, I watch that fighter, and I can see when he's really starting to expand. I know that the oxygen levels just collapsing his
Right.
his
That's
lungs.
a good example.
And what's
I
that
interrupt
make you do? The
Oh,
kill
I
shot?
I put more heat on him.
As a
Now
short-
he's working more.
Yeah, as a short fighter, here's how I knew what my game plan was working. Was when a fighter starts going like this, it's working. When the fighter starts going like this, because you're caving his body in so much, what's he gonna start doing when that starts hurting in the ribs? And his hands go like this.
Come down, and there's the
Yeah,
money shot.
they come down. They come down to defend that body, and they don't even know they're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When you get inside working that body, and they know he's gonna get hit in the kidney again, he comes down.
Yeah.
It's at the neck.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know he's doing it, but you know exactly what you're setting up.
Oh, no doubt about
Yeah.
it.
And that's why that's where it came. Head, body, body, head.
And a liver shot is always a late reaction. You tap it, They can go over a little bit.
Oh, it sucks.
It just locks up on that deep breath. You can't go no more.
My oldest brother hit me. It sucks. I want to cry thinking about it.
But see, I would train. Me and my brother, we would train for that. We would take liver shots, boom, 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 to build it. So when you pound me hard, it'd shake off.
There's no really way to train for that completely because they fucking suck.
No, we don't want to give away entire strategy on there. But yeah,
one thing I got to share with the it's a funny story. I'm gonna pick on my oldest brother. My oldest brother Tim, great guy, I love him, but he was a really, really good fighter, and he used to beat the shit out of me for years and years and years. True story. And one day his girlfriend was sitting ringside, and my twin brother was there, and he's beating the shit out of him. I can't get around his jab. No matter what I do, I can't get around his jab. I'm crying. I got tears on my face. He's laughing at me. And his girlfriend said something to him. He looked like this, and he happened to drop his hand when he did. And I hit him with an overhand left right in his chin, and he staggered. And when he staggered, went back to the rim. I hit him again with an overhand right in the chin. He went down and went out. My twin brother, but I was still scared because he whooped my ass, which I didn't know if he was really out. My twin slid underneath the ring, and he looked up and went, "Yeah, man, you knocked him out. You would have thought I won the welterweight championship of the world." And I finally knocked
good,
him.
huh?
Oh, dude. Then he got all butt hurt. He's like, "You didn't hurt me that bad." My twin brother, he's a big agitator. He's like, "Bullshit. I could have pissed on you," he said.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I called my mom. Awesome. I just knocked out Tim.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
all right, boys.
true story.
It's time for the fives of the week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
All right, boys. So today we are talking our top 5 philosophies in life, some principles you may live by. So, C-Rebel, you're the guest of honor. Go ahead and kick it this way. We'll spin it around.
My first philosophy I live by is believe none of what you hear, and only half of what you see. That's my first philosophy. Don't believe anything that anybody says to you, and only half of what you actually see is a good change. That's a big philosophy I live by.
Oh yeah,
that is true. I like that. My number 5, I'm going to say we always have that hunger for more, to do better, right? But I also think in staying hungry, it's important to be grateful for what you do have as well. So that's something I've learned too, that it keeps me more centered that way. You know what I mean? And I'm still always going to have that hunger for more, that go-getter mentality, but never, shy on what you already have and what you've accomplished, because there's something to be said for that too.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very
good. Very good.
You never want too much or never too less. You know what I'm saying? You have to be thankful for the things. You know what I mean? There's some people that will never reach that.
It'll never be enough.
And some don't care.
Right.
Some, you know what I mean? Some don't care.
No, and you can live just an average life, but that's like everything to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So like you should never just piss that away or down talk it or anything.
Hey,
like that.
absolutely.
It actually took me a long time to learn that, because I was down and done for a long time, and the stuff I have today, I still wanted more. Until one day I had to go, you know what, you got it pretty good right now, Rebel.
Yeah, and you're just used to fucked up shit happening, something going wrong.
Right.
It just seems like that cloud follows you for a time in your life. You know what I mean? So you're just expecting it.
But then it plays PTSD on you. That's honestly another true story. When my wife actually pulled me out of the gutter life I was in, and I was turning my life around, there'd be times I'd be asleep, and I'd wake up, and I'd feel like I was in that fucked up situation again. And I have to go, wait a minute. My job's still intact. Nobody's looking for me. My wife's sitting in the bed. Okay, I'm good now. I mean, because your brain was so used to waking up, being in a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? You had to get used to living normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You was like a bad junkie.
Yeah. And you had to literally learn how to live like an actual citizen again.
Not
you know
easy.
What I mean?
Not
and
easy.
I went through that for a couple of years when I first got married.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. That's
All
good.
right, Hollywood.
I'm going to say, this might hit a lot to everybody. Circle yourself around genuine people and true blue. And what I mean by true blue is you could talk all day long a game. I could pick it up. He's not. Keep an eye on him. She's not. Keep an eye on her. I don't trust her.
Just by the body language.
Don't trust him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I believe in that. Your circle of people, and you know who they are. You know what I mean? You have a lot of people, you're nice, hey, how you doing, this and that. That's not part of your circle.
But even those people, you know who you trust and who you don't.
Yes.
They might not know that.
And can they slip?
Very good.
Absolutely can slip.
Yeah, very
Absolutely.
good.
But that's one of my always been. You know what I'm saying? Is you just you got to. That's what you want to surround yourself around.
The
You know what I'm
inner
saying?
circle.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Feel
Absolutely.
Not even just your inner circle, just the people you associate with every day.
that. Yeah.
I mean, even though this guy's over here, I might be nice to him, but I don't trust a goddamn thing he says or does.
Yeah.
But I keep my respect towards him, just because I don't.
Because
trust
you could be like,
I keep my courtesy, not respect.
you don't like this person, I like him. It's a problem. So now you may have a problem with me now. So that could cause some.
Right, but because of my respect for him, I'm still associated with you. You know what I mean? But I don't trust you at all. Right.
And you know it just
Right.
your circle will
Right.
fit.
It's your own little circle. It's your
Yeah.
own little secret. It's your own little secret.
It could be 5, it could be 10, it could be however many you want. If you think you're gonna have like back in high school and have 100, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It ain't. You know what I'm saying?
One of them 100's going to burn you. 5 of them
No
100's
doubt
going
about
to
it.
burn you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, over about the last 25 years, I always make it a point to be polite. Because before that, I was just a dick. I was.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I would just come in at somebody for no reason, just to get a laugh or something like that. And then it's like, you hear people talking, and it's like, yeah, you need to downshift something.
And that guy's
fix
dick.
this. Yeah.
And you got
No,
the
like
tag-
once I
dick.
get to know them, but I don't pour it on like
Can I
I
ask you a
used
question
to.
about that? Was that a defense mechanism, maybe?
It could have been.
It could have been like a defense
Yeah,
mechanism.
maybe.
You didn't really trust a lot of people, so you kept them at
Yeah.
bay until you decided you wanted
Yeah.
them in. You know what I mean?
I still kind of do it, but not at that level.
Yeah. Right.
Like in my head, it's like, this. Not sure.
I felt like you kind of
Not
did that
sure.
to me when we first met. Like you didn't.
Well, we all
weren't
did that
sure
to
of me.
you.
You know
We
what I
all
mean?
did that to you.
Well, Mike told me to put my wallet in my front pocket the first time he
shut
came
up.
on the show.
Dude, you
I
shut
don't know what the.
I'm serious. I really felt
Which I
like
always do that anyway, so it was kind of normal for me.
I should have known better than that. But I was being sincere with your comment. I understood exactly what you were saying.
No, it's just and I feel better now too.
it's how you
doing that.
it's how you compartmentalize things. You know, when
Yeah.
you meet people. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
and you realize it to bring it out and say that.
I said a big word.
That takes big
You
kudos.
learned that from me,
to
by the
say
way.
that.
Yeah,
Because I think you're probably one of the most coolest cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people though, man. I mean, it's like within seconds, it's I don't like that motherfucker, but I keep it to myself.
But 95% of the time, later on down the road, you'll find out your intuition about that guy was right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes you give it an opportunity,
Yeah.
right? And you
Sometimes
just,
you gotta
But
change
like
your mind.
now, it doesn't hang on you as much.
Right,
It's like,
right.
because you're older and you've seen
And you got life
you've seen this
experiences.
before.
You
And
know
you
when
let
you're
it
gonna
go
let
and
it
go.
around
But
you,
I'll tell my kids sometimes, like I'll meet somebody like, "Come here, watch that person."
Yeah.
They're like, "What do you mean? Just keep an eye on that."
trust me.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Right.
That sounds like something my grandpa used to say.
Yeah.
This one
For
over
real.
here, I don't know about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that something?
Yeah.
Which one?
Some, I don't know what it is, but
Which
something
grandpa?
stinks. Something stinks about that.
And that's somehow
Grandpa
they
fills
know.
off.
That's
The old man
something
would
how
always
they know.
say that stuff.
That was a great dude. That was a
Yeah.
great dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He used to
That's a good
crack
one, though,
me up.
Cheech. Very good. See, Rebel, back to you.
Yeah, mine is earn respect. Don't what's the word I had on here? Earn respect. Don't expect it. Earn
Yes,
somebody's respect.
yeah.
Don't just automatically walk in and expect somebody's
expect
respect.
Exactly.
Earn somebody's respect. Don't expect it.
That's good.
Yeah. No, that's very good.
That was the
because
one because
That's how you rub people the wrong way.
right, because
too.
you walk in just demanding everybody's respect right off the way. No, earn somebody's respect right off the bat. Don't just automatically assume you earned it.
It'll automatically come if it's embraced.
Right.
If it ain't, and you're like, this ain't shit. You know what I mean? But when you are, it's automatic.
Right, because people like that come off aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're entitled to respect.
Yeah, because
Fuck
nobody
you.
wants to hear about, off rip all the shit you've done or whatever. You know what I mean? Or this,
Yeah.
that, and the
Oh,
other
the worst
thing.
is, I just bought a new TV today. Oh, I bought a bigger one yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate
that's
that
fine.
fucker,
You
dude.
paid more money, dumbass.
That mentality, yeah, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Who you trying to one up, you piece of shit?
No,
Shut your bitch ass up.
Right. I like that one better. Shut your bitch ass up. Say that again.
Shut your bitch ass up.
For
We need to
me,
get that as a drop.
it's lessons, never losses. So anytime you do take a loss in life, or a fight, or
Yeah,
a
very
game, or
good. It's a
anything,
lesson.
there's something in there that you can take out of it and apply that to something better.
And
Yeah.
it's so weird that he said that because I always had a hard time with that. of like, what lesson am I supposed to learn? You know what I mean? Like, what am I getting out of this? Like,
Yeah, because you're bad, you're bitter, and you're angry. After
yeah,
a
it's
lot,
like, and I even try to learn how can I be better than yesterday, or how can I, you know what I mean? As you get like older,
Yeah.
you know, and there's, you know, you look at our ages. You know, Cheech is older than me. I'm older than him. You know, what's your age?
48.
48. Okay, so he's young blood, so he can learn from a lot of us, and we learn from like him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a few years older than me. But it's in that. You learn to not deal with that kind of shit.
Right, but you never stop learning at the same time.
Exactly.
He's half my age, but I learned things from him right off the bat.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
And that's the flip to what you said
Right.
before. Some people are just too big for that. You know,
Yeah,
they have a hard time. Because
their
you know,
philosophy is king. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just because he's half my age, there's still a lot I can learn.
Oh,
no.
there's no doubt about it.
I think
There's
that's
no
the
doubt.
biggest mistake a lot of people can make
Yeah,
is to stop
100%.
learning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like there's so much to learn in
What's
this
this
life.
fucking kid doing here, man? Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it's not-
always willing to learn. Like De La Hoya
Yeah.
once said, you learn every day.
Yeah.
You learn every single day from someone. You may learn a little something.
De La Hoya, huh?
Yes.
Was he learning the day he was doing cocaine and wearing a dress and putting it on
He had a
TV?
bad time
What
for it,
was
you know
that?
what I mean?
Was that
He wanted to party.
a learning experience?
That's what the girls told him they
What's
were.
going to happen if I put this dress on and go on TV?
But you don't know.
Hardy.
Hey,
Hardy,
he had
hardy.
some bad women though. They're like, hey, put that on with that coca.
It's kind of like
know what I'm
it's kind
talking
of like
about,
that. It's kind of like that line in 8 Mile when it said, you know, and Clarence had very nice parents.
Right.
He went to a private school,
No.
and then
Oh,
like,
this guy's a gangster.
and like
His name's
right
Clarence.
away, all of that guy's swag was gone. It's
Right.
like,
Stripped them down right
you know,
there. Done.
here's a white kid telling this black dude, you know,
I know something about
yeah,
you. You
know,
went to Cranbrook. That's
my
a
life
private
was
school.
tougher than your life because you know you went to Cranbrook and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's like,
Clarence lived at home
for
with
instance,
parents.
last year in
Clarence
football, on a very smaller scale, right? I
What's
came
that?
back
I
to
mean-
coach. I know you keep talking when
I'm
other people are
talking
talking.
shit.
That's what happens all the time around here. But, you know, with that being said, I went back and coached football at the SFL, and there's a brand new team. So I'm used to winning championships, winning a lot, not being egotistical or nothing. But I really ate humble pie all year last year.
Yes, you did.
But it was a really good experience because I was around great people, kids
Yeah.
that were willing to learn, and we got better and better and better. And I was able to just, like I taught you, C-Rebel, compartmentalize things and use
Compartmentalize.
little things
Yeah.
to motivate them every week.
Find a little good thing amongst all the bad things.
100%. And it was stressful, don't get me wrong, because I want to win.
He
You know
got
what I
cheated.
mean?
He got cheated out of a possible win.
But
Win.
win. But yeah, you know, if you could do that and take something from it and better yourself, I think it's always going to be a win.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, I'm glad my son's team won that game, but you kind of got cheated.
It is what it is.
Great honor. Great honor.
Who's up? Me? This is my number 2.
That's number 3.
That was my number 2, so I think we're on Hollywood.
Yeah, my number 2. I'm gonna go. Never snitch or be a rat.
He's a rat down.
I don't know, man.
When you snitch,
I have mixed emotions about that.
and I get that part, but there's certain things that you know, if you got loose gums, it's understandable. But you can't. There's golden rules amongst men, amongst women. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a fine line to cross.
Absolutely,
too.
certain things you know what they are.
Right,
You know
there's
what I'm
a
saying?
fine line to cross.
Yes. You're gonna see something just so it's like, you know, you got to be that citizen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just that, but you know,
I get that as a whole, but
Yeah,
there's a fine line there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My number 2 is this might seem kind of weird, but I always try to make it to a funeral. Whether, I mean, I have to know the person.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't.
You don't just show up randomly?
I just don't spin something. I guess we're going to Sullivan's tonight. You know?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
we might have to reconsider what we're doing here.
Hey, Calcaterra, here I come. It makes people look at you like, wow, he cared enough to come here, you know, but
Yeah, showing love.
like somebody like that I work with that I don't really, I know them, I've been with them a long time, but I'm not like best friends. Say they lose a parent, you know, I'll show up. And it's like, after that, people look at you like, wow, man, you know, he's an asshole, but he's got a heart.
Yeah.
He felt a certain way, and it makes them feel good.
Sure.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, it almost looks like you're an honorable man. You know what I mean? You're an honorable man by paying your respects.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a great one, Cheech, because there was a guy, Andrew, who I worked with for 18 years. And this guy, he was a dick, like you were saying. Not a lot of people liked him, but like when you're in the trenches with somebody that long, it's just paying respect to him. You know what I mean? So me and a small group of people went. Not a lot of people did, but I just felt like it was the right thing to do because that's it.
Exactly.
You're going to get another opportunity.
No.
If you have any kind of relationship with that person, it's not a bad idea.
Whatever works, I guess, right?
Yep.
Number 3.
My number 3 is careful what you put into the world because it will come back. You know what I mean? Careful how you treat people. Careful about your negativity. Careful about your road rage. Careful about everything you do in the world. Just be conscious of it because that's going to come back to you, whether that's good or bad. So
That's good.
that's my one. Careful what you put in the world because it's going to come back.
Yeah, that's facts, though.
So you'd rat, wouldn't you?
Huh?
You'd rat, wouldn't you?
No, I'm not a rat or a snitch. But
what I meant by that, because you can get some people, they'll sit there and, like, say you're with a worker. Look at C Rebel. Look at C Rebel. Like,
Yeah.
why are you telling on somebody like that?
See, now I would call somebody out. Like,
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I
you
ain't
told,
no
me, you told me
snitch.
you cheated on your taxes. Hey, I ain't gonna say.
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Yeah,
I see
see-
people do that.
You
It's
robbed their liquor
hold
store,
on.
then you
See,
murdered
like
2
we may
people.
have a conversation.
Yeah.
But like at work, I wouldn't go to my superior right away as soon as I heard something. But I'd have
Yeah.
a conversation with my
No.
people like, yo, this dude's fucked up, man. You know what
No,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think that's just regular shop talk.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now going to try to get somebody fired or in trouble.
Yeah,
that's-
I see
Yeah,
that.
That's what, like I said. There's
Stay
a
in
line
your
to be
lane.
crossed.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it. It's like mind your business. It'll work itself out. Why would you go rant on somebody like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Don't do that.
And if you do that, that's going to come back to you. You know, that's
some
why that
people-
comes
Because
back.
odds are they're going to cook their own goose anyway.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh, that one
right?
for
Some
me.
people are so adamant, though. They're just, no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm
I'm
doing it.
telling
It's
that person. I'm telling
Go
them.
ahead.
Go ahead. I'm out of it.
Yeah,
And they come out.
But you got to
"Wow,
be careful what you put in the world because it's going to come back
see
to
it.
you.
I didn't see it going like that. It's like, I told you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
Telling everything. It's like, I just can't believe it. You're an adult. Like,
And when it
Right.
falls back in their face, you're like, hey, how'd that work out for you? Oh, kind of like
Yeah.
the way I said it was going to, right?
yeah. And it could be the way you live. I mean, look. Keep on.
You never
tattle-
know.
What do they call it? Tattletaling and shit back
Yeah.
in the day?
Oh, yeah. That was UC Rebel?
Yeah, it was me.
All right, so I got control what you can control. I want to give a shout out to my boy Karan. He commented the same thing on the post the other day.
Good job.
And yeah, I mean, look, there's no point in worrying about things that are out of your hands
Exactly.
because it's just going to drive you nuts. It's going to keep you up late at night looking at the ceiling fan spin. Like, what can I do? When really you can't do anything about it.
No.
Right.
You can
true.
control how you react to situations, how you handle situations. You are the CEO of yourself. So it's up to you to dictate that, you know,
Yes.
and just continue to be your own controller and try to manage those feelings and those thoughts. And I think you'll be in a much better place. And I've had to learn that over the years. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You go to those dark places sometimes in life, you know what I mean, where you feel like your mind's a little pickled.
You go back to that place, he goes like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't have been there.
And
For
it's
sure.
never easy. We know it's never easy. You go in that dark spot. It's never easy to change it.
And not only that, it's hard to get out of that dark spot.
No doubt
You know what
about
I
it.
mean? Yeah,
You got to kick ass. You got to be tough. You kick ass. And
That's when you kind of go in the basement and hide for a while. You know what I mean? And just,
but do
fuck was I
you
doing?
learn something from it? If you learn something from it, success. You can build off it. You know what I mean? To stay away from that.
Yep.
You know?
Hollywood?
Yeah, for number 3.
I'm going to say this: praise your dear power, whatever you believe in.
So you're not telling people what to believe, whatever it is you believe
Allah got whatever you want to believe in. I don't get into arguments with people over religion. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's never been one of my fortes.
I do.
Because it's happened, but people can believe in, if they want to believe in that computer, if that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, whatever. But I think you should pay homage always because it's just.
You see how we all looked at the computer?
in. We all thought of something smart enough to say, but nothing came to one of our eyes.
It's the power of the
okay to
gifts.
me.
Yeah, it's the power of the gifts that were given to us. Okay, as being able to, do things and like I'd always look like this. Well, look at a blind man. I'm blessed to see this. See all of us.
Yep.
He can't see it. I'd feel for Stevie Wonder and all the other blind people.
That's like the old saying my mom used to say. I used to be angry because I had no shoes on my feet till I saw a man with no feet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you put it in that perspective, I'm like, all these people are cheering for Stevie Wonder and he can't even see him.
Right.
That hurts you in your heart. So I'm blessed to have my eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So that's what that's one of mine.
You could still give him socks.
Yeah.
Because the socks would keep those stubs warm.
James, only you would be the one to come up with it. Hey, that's seeing the silver lining. No, that's seeing the
How
silver
many
lining.
times I tell you not to leave your shoes? Never mind.
Hey, but you know what? The one thing about Stevie Wonder, he'd feel them wrists. You either big or not, baby.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know
That
what
was
I mean?
Ray Charles. That was Ray Charles.
Yeah, Ray Charles.
That was Ray Charles, right?
Yeah.
People think Stevie Wonder can see. They think that he's been
No,
fucking us.
I've actually, knock on wood, I'm praising. I've actually met Stevie Wonder without glasses on. That motherfucker ain't seeing nothing. Okay, I've looked at his eyes, and
Where'd you meet him at?
I actually met him at the Motown Museum because I've been there a few times. And
Now,
there's
wasn't
an
he
autograph
able to see, or was he born that way?
He was born blind. Well, he was born where he had some sight, you know what I mean, at birth.
He was
but
born premature and
Yeah, yeah,
something
but he had-
didn't
he had
develop.
Ray Charles is the one that was able to see it.
Yeah,
and
until he
lost
was
his
6
sight.
years old.
Yeah.
They said that they said Stevie Wonder could see maybe up to about 6 months, but that was about it.
Wow.
They knew he was going to go blind immediately. He has no memory.
Shaq thinks he can see. I don't know.
Shaq is
Did
an
you see that
idiot.
movie, Ray?
Oh, I
Yeah,
love it.
that was a
Great
great movie.
That was a
good.
great movie.
That was a great movie.
Jamie
I'm
Foxx.
gonna make it do what it do, baby.
That was great.
All right, my number 3, and this is probably about the last 5 or 6 years. I try to be a more courteous driver. Let people in, let them merge to where, like before, man, I just cut them motherfuckers off.
I'm an asshole.
But now, because I drive all day, I'm in the mail truck, and most of my route is from the truck, and people they're always trying to get around. I pull over, go,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, go. I ain't gonna fight with
You
you.
get the steering wheel on the wrong side of the truck still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's where the mailbox is.
I almost
that's why
rolled one of those trucks one time.
Yeah.
I worked at this company called Eastside Truck Wash, and I was like 17. I barely had a driver's license, and it had an account with Warren Post Office. And our job was, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, because we were all a bunch of potheads. We were to drive the mail trucks to the car wash them all out, clean them all out, and drive them all back. We'd be racing them down Sherwood, fucking bumper car.
It's not that difficult.
It took a little bit to get used to, because I'd make a sharp turn, I almost rolled that motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah, that's mine.
I just gave Eastside a free plug.
Just a
Very
courteous,
good.
just a little bit more courteous.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right, Sea Rebel.
I'm out. I only had 3 of them. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
It's not the 3s of the week, it's the fucking 5s of the
I
week,
know,
buddy.
I had 3, but you guys each stole one of them.
Oh.
Each one of you stole one, so I don't want to repeat it again.
Which
You know what
one?
I mean? Which was to be more courteous to people, and the one about being more respectful and thankful for what you got.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
You stole 2 of them.
You can't think on your toes.
Well, I can think of my toes, but why drag it on and I'll let you get to yours because we already drug it on.
Thank you for being
enough.
prepared.
I thought I was being prepared. I was prepared.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's
We're gonna
where
have
we
to
get
put a
along.
tariff on you.
Tariff. What
Welcome
was I
to
supposed to do? Lie about it?
No.
welcome to 3s of the week.
I mean, it could be 9s of the week.
I
You know
had
what I'm
5.
saying, Sax? That's what I'm saying, man.
I had 5, but I surrounded myself with people that think alike.
Yes.
Oh, alrighty. Well, number 4 for me is accept nothing less than what you put in, meaning like in relationships, you got to make sure that you meet in the middle, right? In all things that you do, I think that's important, because we've all been in those relationships, right, where you feel like you're putting in more,
Yeah.
or the other person might be too, and that's not fair to them either.
No.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely.
So fortunately, I've been blessed in that regard, and hopefully everything's on the up and up and good, and that's what you work for, right?
Yeah,
So I think that's very, very important.
that is very good.
Very, very key.
I've said this to you before. I've known you for a few years, and I know you when you were in that dark time. And to see you now, I have to take a double take. I'm really happy with the man you become, dude. It's such
Appreciate you,
good.
brother.
That's good.
I really mean that.
3s of the week, baby. Put them 3s up.
3s of the
See,
week.
I give him a comment, show him love. Fuck with me.
I love you,
What
Chuck.
the fuck?
I love you, buddy.
A 1, a 2,
I love you,
a 3.
man. I love you, man.
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
4.
Follows a compliment up by an insult.
It was beautiful. Thank you.
I'm glad you.
So when you hit the canvas, 1, 2, 3, done. That's it. That's where we're at.
Am I doing that?
No.
That's what
That's what it's gonna sound like
it's
when
gonna sound like.
when I get Gumzilla. That final moneymaker.
A final moneymaker. You got to be right there in
1,
position.
2, 3.
I think you got an advantage of him now just by that punch in the face. He's like, this ain't the same Money Mike that I
Hell
fought
no,
back in the
man.
day.
No.
He better get one of them bands to keep his glasses on.
See, he's
Shit that
actually.
goes
I will give
around the
Gumzilla.
back.
He's actually has a brain where fucking Dami
He's a big
would
dude too, man.
Yeah, Dami would just sit on the fucking ring.
Gump's a big dude.
No.
Real big, yeah.
Did I mention I think Adami's a bitch? Have I mentioned that?
I think you might have said that before.
I
Four
did.
times.
He plays drums for that fucking Zeppelin
Yeah,
band.
he's a Zeppelin backup.
Yeah.
Gumzilla.
There ain't no doubt.
Ain't no doubt about it. I got this is my third, right? Third or
Fourth. This should be
fourth.
fourth.
Okay,
I fucked it all up because
No,
you
that's
guys
all
stole
right.
my
That's all right.
So my philosophy is to give back what was given to you. So whatever, whether it was information, whether it was coaching, whether it was anything good you've learned, you should always turn around and give back. Forward it to the next generation of whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's a coworker, you know what I'm saying? I believe in that. I've always wanted to give back whatever my knowledge was. You know what I'm saying? And that just helps me. And I think just in life too. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that good feeling of giving back. You know what I mean? And you'll get good blessings and everything from that. You know what I mean? We wonder sometimes, why this guy gave everything, but the journey wasn't done. You know what I'm saying? So that's my fourth, giving back what was once given you.
I like that a lot. It's good.
My number 4 is no matter. I'm the oldest here. I think we've said that about 8 times.
Are you, man?
Are you older than me?
Whatever. 58, bro.
Oh, man.
Just a little bit.
I was going to
I'm
say
gonna
48,
run
but my
this.
bad.
I'm gonna run the score up.
You know, look
right,
at
run
date
a
over
score.
55.
Run it up.
No matter what age you get to, you always have to find time to exercise. I'm not saying you got to keep up with the young cats at the gym.
Exactly.
But enough to where you're still moving it. You still break a sweat. You're still in that game. And sometimes you won't do it like for 2 or 3 weeks, but
Yeah.
I always had this mindset because I got shit downstairs and I'll just go for a long walk or I'll go to Planet Fitness, this and that. But every time that I do it, makes me feel good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good
I feel
thing.
good, and it's like, man, that little sore in my back is gone. And my job is a physical job too.
Yes.
Right.
Even though we drive majority, man, you're in and out with all the packages and this and that. It's like, hey, so and so needs help. You go over there. I'll walk this street. You do that. So, but yeah, but you got to go above and beyond that. Because in the beginning, when it was all walking routes, your body gets used to that. So then, you got to go.
Right, so that doesn't work anymore.
It's like, why are you working out? Like, you walk all day. Yeah, but my body's used to that. I need to go past that. But yeah, I think that's important.
That's very
That's great.
It'll
Very
keep
important.
you young.
For
Yes.
sure, man.
Very important.
Love that one. So, Chuck, you're bowing out. Back over to me.
Well, I got 2 stones. Cilantros.
We're threes of the week.
Some threes up, baby.
Can we get a pinch runner over here? Thank you.
The tree putzies.
I'll do 60 more shows and I'll still hear about the fact that I got 2 stones, so I just let the show move forward. I thought I was taking one for the team here, man.
That's okay.
Moving it forward.
You're all about the brand.
He's all about the brand. That's why we love this guy.
Yep.
So my last one is going to be balance and consistency. I think if you can live your life with great balance and consistency, it's a lot faster to get from A to B, right? As opposed to if you're on a teeter-totter going way this way. I tried that route. Life gets hella crazy,
Oh, yeah.
way off the rails. And, I just found that, work that middle, man, you're going to be all right. And you stay
Sometimes it's
consistent.
hard to find that middle. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah, and you have to search a long road.
Very long.
Long, winding road.
If you ever get confused with that, just reach towards the middle. You should find the middle.
What was that? Rocky Ford, wasn't it Rocky Ford? He was like, He's great. I see 3 of them out there. And Mickey said, go for the one in the middle.
Hit the one in the middle, Rock.
Hit the one in the middle.
Hit the one in the middle, Rock.
You're killing him, Rock.
No, that wasn't. What was his buddy's? Adrian's brother, Paulie. Paulie
he was a fighter too.
Yeah, Paulie. Go for the one in the middle.
I liked Paulie.
Go for the
Paulie
one
was
in
the
the middle.
man.
I love
Paulie was
Paulie.
the drunk when he was bad.
Classic.
Yes.
Yep. So that's my last
Fucking
one, boys.
Paulie.
I got my 5. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this out here. So, in any type of relations, your time matters. Your time is valuable like everyone else's. Mm-hmm. So, you know a genuine person when they take your time serious, like I take your time serious. I know you work. I know you do this. I know you got this going on. I appreciate it. When 2 people can come together, and whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's an hour, you know what I'm saying? You get some people that bullshit you. Oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have time. Like, okay, whatever. I just think that it's so special when a person can find that time for you. And to me, like, things have happened to me where it's like, wow, you took that time out of your busy schedule for me. Who am I? You know what I mean? But I'm somebody to you. At least I think that's what it means, because for you to do that, I value that. I appreciate that, because I've had where it's like, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Like, man.
So you know what the other side feels like. So when somebody actually gives you that, you're grateful for it.
But I don't wait around.
Absolutely.
Right.
I don't wait around. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Grab your ticket.
On to the next one.
Got places
On
to
to the
go.
next one.
But what I mean on that, it's just bullshit.
You
It
actually
is.
matter to that person.
Yeah, if you matter, they show it.
Right.
Right.
If I don't, I gotta say, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and do that to you. I'll make time. I'll make my work schedule. We've done it before. The schedule's so long in a day. Let me find that 1 hour. Let me get that 1 hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what we do here for each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
We're all
Let's
busy
carve
lives.
out-
We find the time to get
I'll
this show
carve
right.
out these
Right.
times.
Yes.
And when you have that person that does that and just says, well, I'll make time for you. That's a good feeling. That could hurt somebody else, and that's fine. That's things you got to deal with. You know what I mean? I've been in that rabbit hole. It's like, shame on you. You know what I mean? Or you'll see something all of you. Oh, wow, you got time for all that? You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say nothing. You lose, I don't. I win, I gain.
You noted that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got that noted.
Yes. So
That's
you're
just where they
Right.
slot people.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
You might
So,
not be in
That's
that.
your
Yes.
compartmentalize
And that's
things,
okay.
you know what I mean?
You can come on. If I ask you, don't run that. Oh no, I got to do all these. Oh, you do? You know, you got a big family too. They don't want. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I got you batting eighth, bitch.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I got you batting eighth.
So everybody,
Packed in order.
everybody matters. All of our time as men and women, it matters.
It's important.
Right.
And when that one finds that like that, it's amazing feeling. It's good stuff.
For sure. That's a good one.
Well, mine has to do with time also.
Ooh.
He was
But-
rubbing his. He was ready for
But
it.
mine is
Time keeps on slipping.
Slipping.
be on time.
Fetish.
Always be on time. If the everybody's meeting at this time,
Don't be late to cut your grass.
don't show up an hour later. Don't act like the world revolves around you. You know, time is on my side. Yes, it is.
it is.
Oh, I had the wrong song. See?
Remember the Irishman when he said, I give you 10 minutes. Oh, no, 15. The
What
traffic's
was that
bad.
other time? I love John Goodman in that movie. John Goodman was great in that movie.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of people say that.
Right.
That verb. Like, people come around like this. Don't waste my fucking time. You got to be late? Be late.
Yeah.
Not on my time.
Right.
If you come to a meeting and you're supposed to be, dressed in a meeting, don't come with shorts and shit. You're breaking rules. Come like how you want it. Because you could be the first person to come back and go, oh, why are you late? Well, how you going to tell me I'm
And
late?
if you're going to be late, I'd rather you tell me, hey, man, I had shit going on. I'm sorry about that. You know,
Yeah.
instead of give me some bullshit excuse.
Yeah.
To not a big
Yeah.
deal. Shit going.
I hate going to work. I hate being late. I cannot stand it.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
I'm never late for work.
I try to get up early.
I'm never late for anything unless there's something. If it's some type of traffic thing, but
Right.
then you make contact. Hey, I'm on my way.
Yeah, I'm in traffic.
This happened.
That's why I have the most crack-headed alarm clock you've ever seen in your entire life. Like every 3 days, it'll lose like 4 minutes. I swear to God, I don't understand it. And then I'll look at my clock, it'll say it's 4:35, and I'll get up, get out of bed. I look at the fucking oven clock in the kitchen, and it's 4:51. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know how to fix that?
Reset it 2 weeks later? Yeah, fucking baseball bat.
You know how to?
New
No.
fucking alarm clock.
No. Sleep in the kitchen. That's the better clock.
My wife would actually agree with that. She's like, shit, because she says I toss and turn too much.
Hey.
See, I used to be, when I was younger, real bad at it. But as an adult, it's been like a 360. Had
Yeah.
to turn it around because, like, you're part of teams. Like, you're part of, this, that, and the other thing. Like, now I'm a team leader at work, so I have
And
to
like Sal said,
lead by
your
example.
time is valuable.
Yes,
Right.
You can't just expect, like, oh man, I'm sorry, man. I watched the second episode. No.
Sorry, man. Breaking
That's
Bad had a
uncalled for.
marathon on, so I caught that.
Right.
That's
You
uncalled
were
for.
secondary.
Yeah.
It's uncalled for.
Yeah, you know what's funny is, like, back when I used to have to be somewhere at a certain time, I struggle with it now. I'm up at the same time every day at the ass crack of dawn.
Ain't that something?
But it's like I'm way more productive now.
Yeah.
You know, and I can just foresee the day better.
Because
Yeah,
you want
I don't know,
to
it's a
get
good
there,
thing.
end your day, and get back
Yeah.
home in a time frame. 'Cause
Yeah.
You have a life, too, outside of
Yeah.
work.
For sure.
The later you go
Funny
in, the more you
because-
got to stay.
I
If
got
you get up
11
early, you can get more shit done than I'm just going to sleep another hour.
Yeah.
Then you don't get half the shit done.
Right.
Get your
Exactly.
ass up.
No, for sure.
Exactly.
Very good, boys. Good job on the fives of the week. Let's talk a little sports.
Water.
All right, boys. As C Rebel walks in front of the camera yet again, threes of the week, baby. Put them threes up.
Threes.
3, baby. Dale Earnhardt.
Threes.
Oh man, what's going on in the sports world, boys? So, fucking March Madness. C Rebel, talk to me. What's going on in the sports world? Please tell me you got something for sports today.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You're talking to the sports guy. Alex Ovechkin just scored a goal yesterday, making him 3 away from the all-time hockey goal for beating Wayne Gretzky.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's 3 away from the all-time goal.
Now, who played more seasons, him or Gretzky?
I believe it's pretty close, neck and neck with them.
Yeah.
Like how he scored all them goals in about half the amount of time, half the amount of games. But Gretzky did it like 6 years earlier than Howe.
Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
Gordie.
Right. But
Gretzky was fun to watch.
Yeah,
though,
he
man.
was,
He was
but-
so.
But he
Dynamic.
did it like 6 years earlier than Howe did it. But he also did it with, what was the games back then? 72 games in a season.
Yeah,
It
where's
was like-
Crosby at, though?
I think he's 6th, isn't he?
He's setting goals. I know that.
Right. I think he's 6th. I don't think he's called.
Mario Lemieux was bad, though.
Yeah.
Mario Lemieux's a bitch. Oh, I'm
He was
sorry.
good, though. He was good.
Mario Lemieux.
Yeah, I
Lemieux.
wasn't a Mario Lemieux fan. I'm
Miss
sorry.
Wall.
So we got the Tigers gear on because Tigers home opener in Detroit is this Friday,
Absolutely.
which would be April 4th.
April.
I'll be going to opening weekend.
What's the
White Sox coming into town.
what's your favorite thing about Tiger baseball opening day? I know that we've all been down there for opening day.
Yes.
Honestly, the consistency. Since my whole life, it's always been there.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be there every April. I know it's going to be there every
It
July.
is. It is one of the biggest.
Some-
one of the biggest
Some of
every
my,
year.
Some of my fondest childhood memories was growing up in South Warren. Was on the front porch with an 8-transistor radio with my grandma Gibbons, hearing Ernie Hartwell, strike 3, call these, stood there like the house to the side of the road.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't, and they all even the commercials, like I go on YouTube and watch old Ernie Hartwell clips. I'll play something. It's gotta be a honey baked Fran ham. Remember the old commercials you'd hear during the
Yeah.
radio?
He'd always talk about his wife.
Yeah.
was
Lulu.
amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Or I used to
Ballpark Franks.
love his opening day. Well, it's April in Detroit, and the voice of the turtle is coming back to Michigan.
You never thought it was going to end.
Yeah, the voice of the turtle. That's what he's always called himself.
Now, let me twist this. What do you guys think about the new sign in the scoreboard that says Comerica Park?
I think people just made a big fucking deal out of nothing.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a clean, crisp look. I mean,
Yeah.
who gives a shit?
It's not like a
exactly.
name change.
Crisp.
It's not like the name changed. They
Right.
just changed the way it was. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also, Comerica was the last stadium to have that aisle from the pitching mound to home
Yes.
home
Right.
plate. They got rid of that. So officially no more in the MLB.
Wow. Amazing.
It's just funny that they want to bitch about
Wait, what
an
aisle?
improvement with the
The
sign.
the dirt aisle to the
to
home plate.
Oh, yeah. It was the last one, yeah.
We were the last team to have that.
And that was nice. That was
Last stadium.
like a thing that's always been for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, good stuff.
And over the years, I mean, the last years of old Michigan Trouble, love the place, but they were pretty lean years. We've actually got to see some exciting baseball in Comerica Park. Didn't start out that way, but we've got to see some exciting
We're
stuff.
building a team. I can tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
So
Yeah.
a little rough start to the season. We're 2-4, lost today to the Mariners, but I think they're going to be on the come up. I think they're going to be all right.
The biggest problem I still have is Chris is not his dad, and he just doesn't spend the money like his dad did, and that bullpen's gonna hinder us in October. It's
They
gonna
got some
hinder
of the
us
best pitching coming out of there.
Yeah, starting pitching, but it's always been.
Oh, I'm saying even the bullpen. They've even got Cobb, and they got a few other
I
guys.
know, but a lot of those guys are still young. You know what I
We
mean?
need a big hitter.
Yeah.
We're missing a big hitter.
Yeah.
Baez, I'm
I
done with
agree.
that guy.
Why is that dude still on a team?
I-
He's got a
No
big
idea.
contract.
Jesus Christ.
You're still paying Juan Gonzalez, who's sitting in the chair. He's what 75 now? You're still paying him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my
fucking
God.
Juan. He ain't played baseball in a decade and a half.
Gonna
It's
buy
still
a house
getting
or
paid.
apartment?
That's
Apartment.
crazy.
Juan
Apartment.
just played baseball.
Did it for the money.
That's the
Did it
hardest
for the
he
money.
played.
Exactly.
So Pistons and the Wolves got into a brawl.
Yeah.
Bring back the bad boy era a little bit.
Stewart's a bad boy.
How-
Dude,
How-
Isaiah
How-
Stewart
How-
is a
How-
Did you see him? Did you
Yeah.
see him bleeding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Isaiah Stewart don't give a fuck.
My man,
And Holland, too.
I love the attitude of that team.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the coach too.
Yeah.
Like the coach is ready. He was ready to fight.
oh, for sure. He got ejected. And we talked about it last time how Bickerstaff has completely changed the culture.
That's what you
God.
want,
They were
man.
picked
Yeah.
in this dead last in this league. They're the number 5 seed in the NBA right now.
Is he coach of the year?
How could he not be?
For me, I would say so. Yeah, just
How could he not?
the flip. Man.
So they've won 4 times as many games as last season.
Right, and they're on pace. They could end up the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Say
If
they
can
go
win.
deep. Say they go deep in the playoffs. Do you now put Bickerstaff above Campbell
No,
in the lead of Detroit?
no,
Not
I
yet.
don't.
No.
In
Not
1
yet.
year?
No,
Not
not
yet.
in 1 year. No, I
Okay.
don't.
Can't do it.
You can't do it. He'd have to.
I like
He'd have to
the
win a
fire,
playoff
though.
series
Yeah.
this year.
I mean,
and
you're
next
taking a
year.
team that won 12 games last year.
I like it.
9.
9, okay,
Well,
9
you can say the
games.
same thing about Campbell. Campbell took a team that won.
Not
what,
his first
4
year he
games?
didn't. Not his first year he didn't. I'm talking, this is,
Three.
took 3 years.
Three,
This is his
13,
first
and
year. He come and change that around.
Right, but he inherited something that was kind of building a little bit. Campbell inherited nothing. Karen, he was a Karen of a team. That's what
Do you
that
know
was.
how many
But
games?
I mean, the Pistons, this guy's walking into a team that won 9 games out of
games?
82.
Right, but they had a lot of pieces in place that were going to flip it. That was
Well,
a
see,
Cam-
this is the thing. Stephen A. Smith is on record for saying, "Oh, Monty Williams is so happy to be out of Detroit. That's an abysmal place to be," and yet he's praising the last GM for all the players that he got us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, what
He
side of
knows
the
how to
fence
put it
are
on
That
you
happened
on?
in sports all the time. Look at the 06 Detroit Tigers.
But you gotta be able to
Alan
use them.
Trammell built that team, and then Jim Leland kind of came in the next year and went to the World Series on a team.
But you-
Sometimes it's the messenger, though, too.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
you're
just
right,
need
you're
a
right, but
new
he-
voice in town.
He put all the pieces in place. Jim Leland, I love the guy, but he was the one that actually. My favorite soundbite from him was in April, the first year he got here. If you guys probably remember it, they lost like 4-6 in April, and he was like, "These guys came into the locker room, and they were just, if we won the game, great. If we lose, that'd be okay too. And that's the way it's been here in the past. And it ain't gonna fucking happen again. You guys got any more questions? I'm out of here." Remember that?
And you got to
And
remember
he was-
one thing. You could
I
have
was
a,
like, yeah.
you could have a group talented guys, but if you don't know what the hell to do with them, it doesn't even matter.
100%.
Yeah. Doesn't.
That's facts, man. It's how you get baseball.
What about
I'm
you-
excited. But how about the tournament? All 4 number 1
Yes,
seeds.
first time in what? How many years?
It's been a
Since,
long
like,
time.
Early 2000s, was it?
I believe so. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it was 20
I tried to look up how much the bet would have been if you took all number 1 4s to be in the Final Four. But I
And
couldn't.
you knew
I
I know a
couldn't.
person did it. You knew took that team?
Huh?
Maria.
Really?
She took him. She was like, I got to show you some. Oh, my God. I picked all these.
So she's
Who
still
would've
in the
thought?
money?
Yeah. She picked all four number one teams. She goes, what were the odds? I just didn't. I put it together.
Well, if somebody
Impossible
she
thing.
might know brackets. Somebody who doesn't know brackets, that's what they're naturally going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
she was
naturally
just
going
like,
to take
oh,
the
my
number
God.
ones, and
check
it
this
just
out.
never works out. You always
Yeah.
get that one
Yeah.
Cinderella team.
I
Yeah.
would never think to do that because it's like, no, there's
What
always
was the biggest loss? What was the
Auburn,
biggest
Michigan
upset?
State.
Nah.
I hated that. I was pissed.
What about Kansas when they lost?
Yeah, that was a big one too. I was just being an asshole when I said
No, that was
State,
early.
Auburn.
Yeah.
That was early.
I
Sparty
picked,
played good in that game.
They
I
did.
picked
They
Florida
did.
from the get-go. I think they're the best team. Even though I know you like Duke, but
Yeah.
That Duke, man, Flag's bad boy. Him in that center,
Yeah.
that dude's good. It's
That power forward they got.
But
on Duke is a
until the
beast, too.
Spartans
What,
and
Proctor?
the Wolverines
Yeah.
get into this NIL thing, they're not going to compete.
Well, now that you can pay college players, you know what I mean? And Tom Izzo is just not on board with that yet. He feels
you
like
see who Michigan picked up. They just picked
Yeah.
up another guy committed.
Yeah, Tom Izzo.
From
Grandu?
Illinois,
Grandu?
but they lost the point guard.
Yeah.
That dude with the afro. He's gone.
They ran. They just.
That was a Ben Wallace.
It's
afro
too
there,
easy, man. It's too easy
And
to
State
do
couldn't hit
that.
them threes down at. You know what I mean? They couldn't at the end. They couldn't hit them threes.
Yeah.
That they're normally making.
you got to hit those shots.
Yes, they
You
needed
got
them shots.
to grab some rebounds too.
Yes. Oh, no doubt
mean,
about it.
that
Second
team
chances
is-
they were getting.
Yeah, Michigan just got to the point where they were just getting outplayed. Better
Yeah.
They
teams,
did.
You know, they just really didn't seem like they
Hunter
belonged.
Dickinson is going to play his 7th year of college basketball because he was hurting. I mean,
Oh yeah, they got that rule now.
Right.
the fucking guy works
Seven
second
years.
shift at Chrysler. You know, he's like 29. He's got a family and shit. I mean,
Still playing college
come on,
ball.
man. This
Hey,
guy's
he worked the system.
yeah,
Good for him. He
yeah.
worked the
Everyone's on their
system.
phone. This guy's over there clipping coupons and shit, man. Come on,
But it's
man.
been a hell of a tournament.
Oh yeah,
It is.
Great
it's been
tournament.
fun.
Yes, it is.
NBA's been a lot of the one I have was Steph Curry has just moved past where he is now 60 3-pointers ahead of Ray Allen. If he goes another nobody's ever going to catch Steph
What did
Curry.
he have last night?
12
12. He had
12
he had 12
3-pointers.
triples last
Jesus.
night.
He's unbelievable.
What about the Joker,
Dude,
though?
and,
61
61. I
points.
was going to bring that up. Yeah.
Jeez, man. But the way Steph Curry does it, man, it's like it's almost not even fair. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He'll do it with 3 hands in the face, 1 leg off the ground.
He needs
and-
like this much space to get that shot.
But Luca had 62 the other couple days ago. Luca did. Luca is L.A.
Oh yeah,
LeBron,
no doubt.
Luca is L.A. and he respects the Magic Johnson, the Kobe Bryant. This is not my team. I'm just paying a visit here and I want to win. That's it.
That guy from that Dallas owner, he's gonna get run out of town, man. They hate him.
I know.
They hate.
That was just
How do you give him up, man? He's like a generational talent.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And if the Joker wins another title, Stephen A&M said, you have to put him at least top 5 all time.
Who?
The
Jokic.
Joker.
Oh,
Jokic.
Jokic.
All day. Right now
he's
he's 20.
amazing.
Right now he's 20 because I'll give him 20 right now.
at his size
Playing that way.
to be able to pass the ball like that. I mean, he just has vision.
I'm surprised he had to hurt somebody the way that. But you see how that ball just comes in and somebody.
Oh, yeah. And,
I'm like,
and them elbows, too, man. Them
If he
rebounds.
did that to me, dude. He would literally implode my chest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's unreal. Well, back to NCAA real quick. So, a local radio station host said that MSU is not a serious program when it comes to basketball. How can you say that when Tom Izzo has his team in
Yeah.
the tournament that goes deep?
Every year.
But he
All the
hasn't
time.
He's won 1 national championship before half of us were born. You know what I mean? Can anybody name me?
But again, consistency.
What
What
did he
other
win in
teams are always
2000?
there?
2001.
2001 with
Yeah.
Mateen Cleaves, right?
And Morris Peterson and
I've
Charlie
seen it.
Granger.
I've seen it.
Yep, I did too.
It's hard to get
the
there.
Flintstones,
but
baby.
he's been competitive every
what I'm
season.
saying.
Though.
Yeah, but
I
at
mean,
some point you got to move past competitive, and
Yeah.
he hasn't
Yeah.
really moved past competitive. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Duke has more.
Like, how mad are you going to be at the Lions? Just stay competitive for 5 more years and don't win shit.
Yeah, I get that. After a while, yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I guess it's the old Pistons mantra, too. Like
But he
the
did get
Carlisle,
one.
Larry Brown, you know?
But see, here's the thing: Lions haven't won a Super Bowl. He won a championship.
Yeah, that's true.
I couldn't even imagine. I don't know if this town is ever going to be ready. if
Green
they
Bay
win.
Riders won the last championship. They haven't won since.
Yeah, Tomlin, he's won one with Pittsburgh.
So this being said, too, though,
He won 2, didn't he? Won 2?
college,
two, yeah.
college hoops, you got these teams, you got Gonzaga, you got Villanova, you got all these not so popular teams.
Yeah.
All that shit's done. Unless they get this NIL money done, it's going to be all these big dogs.
You're not going to see
all these big dogs.
You're not going to see Oakland University
I've
sneaking
always
their
liked
way
Gonzaga, but they can't get it done.
Remember,
Baylor.
What did Oakland University get? Didn't they get in the Sweet 16 one year?
I think it was fine.
Yeah.
What was it? No,
Sweet
Elite 8, wasn't it?
Did
And
they get over the Elite 8? Oakland Grizzlies?
Is that when they had that one dude that was just lights out?
Yes.
And
Jim something.
They came within a basket of going to the Final
Yes.
Yeah, it was Elite 8.
Yes,
because
Final
They came
Four.
within a basket of going to the Final Four.
Yes.
I mean, a small college like Oakland U, that'd have been great.
Yeah, that would
Tomlin's been to 2. He's won 1. Just so you know.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought he'd been to 2.
So let's talk about Aaron Rodgers, man. Is this guy going to sign anywhere?
I hope not.
Where? Where's he?
Right now, they say it's Pittsburgh or retirement.
Well, they already got somebody, don't they? Pittsburgh?
They lost both their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right, they lost both their quarterbacks.
Fields went
if he
to the
goes somewhere,
Jets,
it's like right? to the draft.
Russ went to New York.
Yeah.
Well, who's the quarterback over there right now? I thought they had
Right
somebody.
now, they kind of don't have one.
They signed Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
So
So
they
the
don't
owner
have a
said, I'm
quarterback.
done with him. I'm not playing this Roger again.
And you know who looks like the big dog right now? Roethlisberger. He's just like, hey, man,
I'm just telling
you guys got spoiled when I was here.
It's my boy right there.
you. Yes, he was
Look
good.
at,
I got that
look
autograph.
at how many that they've had since.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they, whether it was just talk, I think they could end up signing Rodgers. In
I
a
hope
panic.
Does that make them instant contender?
Absolutely. I think
I disagree. I think
With the
Rodgers
team they
might
got.
be behind him.
he's got a line to block him.
If they win with Rodgers there, they'll win in spite of him, not because of him.
Well, Tomlin's going to run that game. He ain't going to play that with Rodgers. I think Rodgers
Right,
understands.
which
that with Tomlin.
and I think Tomlin,
understand?
it's going to be
You
the same
understand.
thing.
Understand.
You
It'll be the same
understand?
thing that happened in New York. You know,
It's different, man. It's different with Tomlin over. Steelers, Steel Town is tough as like Detroit. They just need that
Right,
guy.
Aaron
Put him on the
Rodgers
wall.
is Hollywood. He thinks he's Hollywood, so he'll go into with his Hollywood attitude.
Whoa.
And Tomlin's blue collar.
Oh, boy, hey,
Now watch your tone now, boy.
what's on that boy?
You understand?
Jerry, what do you think, Jerry?
Well, I tell you what, there,
You
guy.
put a good name to the Hollywood.
Chi, and we're talking about Mika
Get
right
the
now.
fuck out of here.
We're trying to get Mika to an extension, but they're playing them goddamn games over there. And, we're trying
You
to
know
sign
where
him
he's
for,
going with this
for
right
a
now.
long
This-
term, and this sumbitch won't stop talking. And might have to get him a vice grip for them goddamn lips. But I tell you what, if I didn't have Dak Prescott, I'd take Aaron Rodgers down. How about them Cowboys?
That would be something just dumb enough for him to do.
But I could see that if he didn't have.
Oh,
Prescott.
yeah, of course you can see that.
I like that.
What if it worked?
It won't.
But just
You don't know.
can't you just play?
He's like, no,
What if
no.
Tommy Romo wanted to start fucking Jessica Simpson? You know, and he would have thrown 400.
Rodgers is not going to a lame team. He knows that Pittsburgh has the ability with the receivers and stuff they got in the run game and the defense. He knows he wants to go in Pittsburgh.
Hey, Rodgers, DK.
Jerry Jones is the new William Clay Ford. He's our generation of the William Clay Ford.
Who would be the quarterback that would be perfect for Pittsburgh right now with their receivers and their running game? Who do you think?
And now am I thinking college or NFL? Or anybody
NFL.
else?
NFL.
NFL. Honestly, I believe Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff, either one of those two would they'd go in there and do what Dak Prescott couldn't, and they would manage that offensive line, manage the receivers.
How about if you sent Herbert from the Chargers over there? I'm
not a fan of
him, and then you had
Herbert.
Rodgers
Fan
go
of
to
him.
LA.
He can't control the pace of the game. It gets away from him.
Yeah.
And he
I
makes,
think
He's got
it
a
feels like
ton
the
of
moment
talent.
gets
yeah,
away
but he
from
makes
him.
a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's had opportunities and it just slips away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with C Rebel though. I think Stafford would have been perfect for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because he'd have calmed that whole thing down.
Do you
and it
see him
wouldn't
wearing
have
that
been-
uniform though?
Yeah.
You know who they're going to end up with? Kirk Cousins.
And what if this
You
guy
want
gets,
that?
Right.
You
what if he
want
gets to the
that?
playoffs?
Cousins will go there, take them to the playoffs.
Right. Well,
I'll
they'll
tell you
win
what.
9 games. Get bounced first game. Cougine.
That's an intelligent, bad playing football.
But what
player
about
right there.
this? On another note, John Kaminsky not coming back.
Yeah, I see.
One of my favorites retiring.
What's he got to prove? What's he got left to
The
prove?
injuries got to him.
I know.
I can't do this no more.
He's rich. You know, he still's got facilities.
He only made
and all.
10 mil. This guy was a piece to this and got injured. And it's sad that now he has to retire because of his injuries.
Yeah.
Right, but he can still live a decent life. Excuse me.
I get it. But
That's all, folks.
I was expecting
He
him
can
to
still
come
live a
back
decent
this year
life.
and be
after.
a part of this.
I know.
I didn't think so. I thought last year I thought it was over with
Well,
him.
and he said he thanked the Raiders for taking a shot on him. I think it was the Raiders or Falcons. one of
Yes,
those
he
two.
did.
Yeah, was the
And
Raiders.
then he,
It was the Raiders.
He proved to himself that he could be a starter here. Lions gave him an opportunity. He was a really solid piece. Thank you, Chuck. But
He didn't even have to do it.
That's why I don't drink pop anymore. I'm drinking ginger ale. And I'm drinking the water. It was fine. Didn't have it once.
he's amazing. Just
That guy's quite amazing.
quite amazing,
Couldn't
amazing
let me
guy.
get away with it. Had to fucking call it out, right? Couldn't just
Mid
camouflage me.
conversation, that's talent, man.
Oh, it
That's
is, man. It
multitasking.
Now, if that happens on the 10th, are we going to hear that on the 10th?
Well, I have control of the mic. I have
Ladies
control of
and
the
gentlemen.
How far till the draft? End of April?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
coming up.
coming up.
Man, that's
And you know where your boy went?
where do the
Za'Darius
Lions go?
With Kansas City.
Yeah,
Signed him.
Kansas City.
I saw that.
Who's that?
Kansas
Za'Darius
Darius
Smith.
Slay.
So Darius.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he went to Kansas City.
Oh, Darius Slay. Yes.
2 bookends now.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Darius Slayer or
No,
Darius
Darius
Smith?
Smith.
Oh,
Darius Smith.
Darius Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian.
So Darius Smith. Yeah.
I was going to say,
Signed today.
Darius Slay went to
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. We were just talking about them guys. Them guys are.
But I like what Detroit's did. Maddox, sweet. You got CJ. You got who else back there? You got Kirby. You got Branch. You got who's the other guy? Is Mosley still with us? He'll probably be done.
He'll probably be gone.
Derek Barnes is. I'm hoping he's gonna have a bounce back
I'm not
year.
big on the guy.
I am. I really want to see.
You know who they're going after? He's going after Thomas Sawyer. He's going after Sawyer from Ohio State.
For what?
He
Linebacker?
wants that guy.
See, I want
He's
another
been here
cornerback
5
or
times,
an
bro.
offensive line
Sawyer.
guy.
Yeah.
He's been here 5 times already.
I want another offensive line. I want.
You need an edge rusher.
You'll get that.
You got okay, but you're getting long in the tooth on the old line now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sawyer and Campbell and that linebacker with Zanzaloni's going to be gone next year.
I know, but
That's
you
a
got-
great pickup.
You got to protect those power running backs and that quarterback, and you know.
You'll have it. You'll get it. You got Manu coming out. You got Mahogany. He's
Plus,
there.
you got Reed.
Yeah, Taylor Decker has got long
Reed's a
He's
D-back.
supposed to
Oh,
do
yeah.
games here.
They're
and
trying
there.
to get him that dub. They're trying to get him that.
He's like a linebacker hitting D-back.
And you got free agents.
He likes to
coming up.
mix it up, which is good.
So the Phillies had their home opener yesterday, and Saquon Barkley threw out the first pitch. That was
Nice.
pretty sweet. I
I was actually
Yeah.
happy for him.
Phillies jersey on,
Right.
with Barkley on the back.
Did you watch
Is that not the ultimate just fuck you to the New York Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
They're to blame for it, though.
Yeah, 100% they're to blame for it. He had no offensive line. They wouldn't draft any players to get him better,
Yep.
and they told him to quit bitching. Oh, you're a bum. You can't stay healthy. Oh, he left you.
So
One
what are
Super
they
Bowl.
doing with the tush push? Are they gonna?
I don't know yet.
It's on hold.
It's leaning towards a ban. It sounds like it's gaining steam.
Unless you do it a certain way, right?
No, they're saying now they want to revert back to the old rules to
of
where you
injury?
cannot push anybody in the back
Exactly.
at all, at any part of the field. So that's going back to the roots of
That's
it.
stupid. I mean, what more can you do?
What did you think about Holmes' interview?
I only saw part of it.
He was talking about J-Mo. He goes, I
J-Mo,
think his
yeah.
upside. He goes, but when you're dealing with receivers and that kind of money,
It's expensive.
he goes, yeah, it's one of them things. And he said, we got one of the best defensive ends. Like when you were like, yeah, people, go get you another star defensive end. I've got one.
But hey, you pick up the option. You control him for 2 more years.
Yes.
I want to keep
that's good.
J-Mo. I like the fact they kept Patrick. You know what I mean?
He
I
said
thought-
his upside is high on
Yeah.
J-Mo, but the money, that's what's going to. He goes,
Yeah.
money talks.
Well, he's going to be here at least another year and
Yeah.
next year, right? I'm not right.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. He's gonna be
J-Mo?
here-
Yeah, this year and the next year.
Yeah.
See, I just feel like, how do you guys feel? Because I think if we're healthy, we win the Super Bowl, or at least go to the Super Bowl.
I think so.
But to
I
keep-
think you're about the same, right? You just
Yeah.
lost, what's his name? Carlton Davis. I think, Reed's probably the same. I know maybe somebody
Yeah.
thinks he's better, but
Yeah.
I think you're right there again.
I think we're going to pick up somebody. It's going to be a surprise.
I hope so because I'm sorry. I hate to say this dirty word, but that playoff game was the most SOL thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never seen that SOL out of Dan Campbell, and I think Dan Campbell knows it. And I think for the first time, I actually believe we have the right people in place. okay, I didn't like that. We know how to fix it.
We
Where
were
that would have
not-
just been chaos a decade ago. You know what I
We
mean?
had chaos in the biggest game with these coaches going back and forth with the interviews.
Right.
Yeah.
Going
Not
to Chicago,
focused on
going-
the team.
Right.
Yeah.
And it showed.
And
it
Johnson
showed.
was the big one.
Yeah.
Johnson was the big one because
4 times he
when
went to
they
Chicago?
when they had the bye week, he did 4 interviews.
That's crazy, man.
How do you think that interaction was at the coaches' meetings this week when they all got together? And you got your OC and DC
Hey,
there.
how you doing? Hey, great. Yeah, great. See you later.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, he's on an interview. Okay, we can get by with our talent. That only goes so much. Your boss has to be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where Campbell, Campbell's the head boss, but
Yeah.
your coaches have to be there. You were worried about setting up, and I get it. You thanked everybody, Bob and this and that. Glenn, well deserved. You did the less time. Johnson, you act like you just didn't care. Well, I'm setting myself up. I'm not worried about this.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck
And
this
it
place.
showed.
So
And
then
it
you
showed.
so then you come to the first playoff game and you look like absolute garbage and you get your ass handed to you on your home field.
And if you even looked at him at the sideline, some of the things when they were putting the camera, like he just didn't, he wasn't the same.
Right.
I'm out of here anyway.
Right.
I seen one of the pickup trucks the other day, the Ford pickup with the Lions logos on it and shit. And I'm thinking, man, what's that thing worth right now?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I definitely dropped some
Now
stock.
if they would have won, if they'd have made it to this, even if they would have made it to the Super Bowl, I'd be like, yeah, that's a big.
Can I entertain a thought real quick for you guys? I just want this to run through your mind. Imagine it's February, the Super Bowl's in 2 weeks, and the Lions are putting an NFC Championship trophy in their trophy case. What is this town like?
Oh,
You know, we are the
Insane.
NFC champions.
It's euphoric, dude.
For 2
Yeah.
weeks, you're the best in the NFC.
yeah.
I think
I
it's special.
don't
We would,
physically or mentally know how I would handle it.
I know.
I love it.
I pissed on my leg at least 3 times. I mean,
Because it's
Nobody's
something
gonna-
that we've envisioned
Yes.
forever.
Yeah.
It may,
it's never been
even
done.
be a disbelief, like,
yeah, it may take us 9 days to realize they won it.
to realize that, hey,
No,
that
no.
we're the champions.
My
'Cause we're-
mind's pickled.
Yeah.
Boy's mine, the boy's
Boy's
mine.
mine.
But I think we
I
are
mean,
the
winning the
best.
Super Bowl is beyond my wildest dream, so I'm just leaving that right there. Just
But
you're the NFC champions, and you're heading.
the pump has been primed the last couple of years, though. You got to understand this could be a real reality. Like you've been so close.
It's almost like the Buckeyes not saying. They always say the team up north. We can't say Super Bowl in Detroit,
Right,
Because
right.
we haven't been there yet.
Yes.
Yeah, you were the underdog that wasn't supposed to be there, and you got there. With
Right.
49ers, you shit the bed. Okay, you were the big dog, right? The best record. You got your ass kicked, embarrassed. So now, this year,
Here's
I'm
the turn.
expecting.
Third time's a charm. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm
Oh, I
expecting
hope
this
so.
year to be the year. Like I
This
just
is the
it sounds
turn.
right
Yeah.
to me.
That was
Yeah.
great though. That when Derek Barnes intercepted that pass with a minute 20 left to go in the game against Tampa Bay, undescribable.
Oh, and they're going to be so hungry too. I think to redeem themselves from what's happened. I think they're all going to be working in unison and going. And Hutch is going to come back. I
Yeah.
know McNeil's going to be
Hungry.
beat up, but I mean, these guys are going to be ready to go.
What if you?
You
What would you? What would you be willing to
name me a
give?
bigger hype man anywhere in any genre of sports music than Dan Miller.
Right.
One of the greatest
Oh,
hype
yeah.
man you've
Absolutely.
ever heard. You know, like when Barnes, Derek Barnes, he loses his voice screaming.
Would you?
yeah.
What would you be willing to give to get Hendrickson? Would you give up Montgomery?
No, I wouldn't give up Montgomery.
Not for Hendrickson.
No, not for Hendrickson. I wouldn't.
Why?
Because I wouldn't. I don't believe it. His upside is worth Montgomery. Because
Really?
yes, because I believe that he makes the other running back better. I believe
Your
he
number
makes
one
him-
guy is going to be Gibbs. It's not going to be Montgomery. Gibbs is going to be your number one guy.
Right, but
That
I
is your
believe
starter.
Montgomery makes Gibbs better. I believe Montgomery eats as even being in the backfield.
That's a nice problem to have.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Having
You
both of
staring
them.
at Montgomery and Gibbs in the backfield, just the fact that Montgomery's back there is making Gibbs better because they're focusing on something.
I don't think so. I think Gibbs, he's that special generational talent where I would trade him if I can get Hendrickson, they have bookends with Gibbs, and I'm going to get another running back.
I don't think I would
Montgomery's
do
probably
that anyway, but
in 5 years not going to be in the league anyway.
there's also something to be said about interrupting the chemistry of a locker room. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Oh, but would Cincinnati do that though?
No.
They're not
You
going
never-
to take a journeyman running back straight up for Hendrickson. You'd have to give up a 1 or 2 still.
You may give up a second round and
Yeah, but see, I don't like doing that because also for the first time in the history of my life, I trust the guys making the picks.
But you
I don't
got to
wanna
get.
give 'em.
Remember, your offense wasn't the problem; it was your defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you have an offense right there that's stranded again this year, and your defense sucks, this town's going to go up and they're going to want
They're
heads.
not gonna be
They're
happy.
going to want heads.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man, because it seems
gotta
like
give
to me in
something
this
good to
town,
get something good.
Steve Eisenman's getting a lot of
He should
slack.
be fired if he don't go.
Yeah,
he should be
he
fired.
is.
Yeah, at this time, you don't have a goalie. Well, at this time, you should have had a goalie.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You've
that's
had
true.
7 years to get one.
Right, and you still don't have a goalie? Come on.
The first 4 years, well, you're a Detroit figure, blah, blah, this. I'll give you that.
Okay, Detroit
After that,
figure
no.
stuff. I love Steve Eisenman. He was the greatest Detroit Red Wing of all time as a player.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll always love you.
But he won in Tampa. That's
Yeah,
not here.
he won in Tampa, and he won 5 years later after he got to Tampa. I mean, I think a little of that was preparation before he got there was in place. He did some moves there, but I think a little bit was
It's not his
hotel
last
room.
Well, more to see. He's got to definitely step it up. So,
Yeah.
boys, I think we're up against it.
Yeah.
Episode 163 in the books.
We 3
Ladies
or
and
5.
gentlemen.
Let's go with 5.
Are we the 3s of the week or are we the 5s of the week, C Rebel?
Take your pick. I don't care.
Just for this week, let it be known that you can catch us on video only at Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to us. And we're looking forward to May 10th. Also, looking forward to Dakota Heat Hot Sauce. Remember to hit that 515
Yes.
promo code. And thank you to the St. Clair Shores Green Hornets. We just signed the contract, so we're on board for 2025, baby.
Yes.
Appreciate the
See the
support.
hats back there. Just for the record, I was the only one, and all my faults got called out on today.
Nice.
All right, see y'all next time. Love y'all. Be good.
Peace.
We are a family. And even in this fucked up day and age, that means something.
Last but not least,